Does someone else want to stream their Foundry in the Discord so I'm not streaming all over the place? So, perfect. That way, Fate people that are sitting in here can see it?
Yep.
Nice. Thank you.
It's up.
How are you, chat? Missed you guys. Missed you guys a lot.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody.
Gracias.
I am glad that you all made it. If you will notice, we are missing one member today, Tram. They will be with us later. However, Tram will be assisting. Tram's character will be assisting the party through the. They were providing the help action for you guys when you need it.
So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my character really quick.
That way, their character is still there, part of the story. In the meantime,
I'll let you know in a second.
let us begin with the session recap, or our recap of the previous session.
Okay, well, I mean, Volo lied. We found his buddy. We went and met him at the tavern, and then he said, "I don't actually have the gold for you, but I got this house thing."
Garbage house.
Yeah. And he took us here. We signed the deed for it. We'd finished in the sewers and basically just came over this ways. We also leveled up and are moving on to the second chapter.
And I threw brains and goblins.
And he did motherfucker damage, so.
You did, in fact, do motherfucker damage. We are very proud of you for it.
Yep. Yeah, way to go. Bravo.
Hey.
So I'm playing a bird folk,
No, he wouldn't say it like that. It'd be more like
a Kokra. Name's Daraak, or Daraak, and hopefully they can't hear me.
Yeah.
He likes color red.
Kind of recap things. You
he
guys
eats a lot of bones and blood, and he's kind of a
individual
weird little dude.
Who was Flume?
He's a druid, a healing druid,
Flume
but
Blagmar
he's
his name.
His best friend is this rabbit.
If you recall, you did previously find.
It's pretty good.
Some of the
Hopefully, you guys like him.
Never Ember. That is an important name that most certainly will come up again later.
Yeah, he's a weird little dude.
You don't need to worry about that.
I'll try to talk more in the chat than while we're playing. So it's because I don't want to talk over what's going on with the session.
I can move now. Hell yeah.
Yes. You guys have the freedom to move at the moment. That's more or less where we did leave off. So the question becomes, what do you guys do now? You have your tavern. You have a place to sleep.
Quick question.
Yes.
So no time has passed. It's just been like overnight. We did the rest.
Yep. You had a long rest. You have woken up. You are now stronger for your encounters.
I don't know where to start here.
What would you do? Imagine that you've just been through all of the stress that you've just been in, and it is the first day you don't have to perform that quest anymore.
We need to get this place up and running, and we need booze.
Where are we gonna get booze?
We could just steal it from the other tavern.
No steal booze. Be a business. Buy a business. I'm a business. I was a business. People didn't like business idea. But I was business. First we clean up. Then we buy booze. Then we sell booze. Then we profit.
Well, first off, I'm gonna go stretch and train a little bit outside.
I must see if there's any booze left behind in the cellar.
Pretty much just, you know. I go outside and just do my thing.
Yeah.
Just some stretches.
Rot doesn't know how to feel about Dalgon.
About Dalgon?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to feel about Dalgon.
Are any of these barrels intact in this cellar?
Did you go
And
downstairs?
do they have anything in them?
Intact? Not really. Anything in them? There's a couple, but most of them are spoiled.
Go run around the block a little bit.
Uh-oh. How do I... Oh. Oh, I see.
Yeah, back up the stairs.
Oh, I see how this works.
Yep, so there is a trap door. That tile has a trigger on it to let you go up and down between the floors. So just don't step on that tile and you'll be fine. The bar itself does not have any walls that you can cross over it as you need.
What the fuck? There we go.
Well, I guess, are there like tools and things for us to clean our new tavern?
Yeah, there's like a couple brooms, but that's about it. You would probably, if you want to properly fix this place up, you are going to need to find supplies.
Okay.
Okay, Valnur just starts grabbing the broken boxes and shit and just whipping them out the window.
That's...
That is certainly a choice.
I don't know where to start with this. So looking around the building, right? Would we happen to find anything useful for our new bar?
Beyond the building itself, not really. Nothing's really super useful. You recognize that many of the tables are damaged, many of the bar stools are, just in disrepair, because this place just it's been left to sit and kind of rot, so to speak.
I'm rot. Okay.
Depends what.
Yeah. So I have I have failed merchant. I have artisan's tools. I can make clothing. I can't do woodwork or anything.
Fair.
I mean, you can, you're just not proficient in it.
Right.
Remind me again, just because I unfortunately have poor memory and I've been trying to figure a bunch of stuff out. Of you four, are any of you naturally citizens of Waterdeep?
Yes. Or naturally, or moved there a while ago is the...
Either or. If you've been here for longer than 6 months, you would likely
Rot
be considered
has
a
probably
citizen.
been here one of the longest. He's been living here. He tried to open his store here. This is where he opened his failed shop.
Okay, so this is specifically where he opened a shop. I know
Yes.
you had mentioned it before. Just trying to read through everything.
Valnur's lived here for a while.
Okay, so then you guys would know that there is generally there are guilds for the different artisan crafts. So it's I think it's the Fellowship of Innkeepers is the one that usually prioritizes things of this nature. They prioritize taverns and inns. There's lots of contracts that go back and forth between the different associates of these guilds.
Would we know the names of any of them?
I think
Likely yes. Some of them are very basic names. The Guild of Butchers is pretty.
No, like would we know the names of anybody in the one of the innkeepers?
Probably not. Maybe Rot, but even then, I'm hesitant to say that.
Well,
because
Valnur
Rot
visits a lot of taverns. Is there a guild for tavern owners?
there would be like brewmasters, wouldn't there?
There would be a Brewmaster's Guild, yes. There is one.
Okay, I have an idea. Tinkerer's tools give me... that's for crafting materials, correct? It's got a little bobbin on it. I also have a merchant's scale. So I don't know if that helps us in the future, but I have it.
Gotcha. It might be able to if you were to like need to weigh out things like trying to find the weight of gold of something, or the weight in gold of something. But for a tavern, that's not really likely. Usually, it's a set price in advance.
All right. So I think the next plan of attack, is to start putting our tavern together. That's kind of the only thing we can do right now is put our tavern together.
I'm gonna go out, and while I'm out, are there any places where I could possibly buy like a wagon? Well, kind of more like a big wheelbarrow. You can get rid of some of the trash.
We have a fire.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. If you take some time to kind of get to know the area that you're in, you'll
so
notice
we can
that
just
there.
go out and we can just kind of leave the tavern and go wherever.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm outside right now, and I'm kind of jogging around, doing my morning routine, and I'm like, I just want to stop by and get something to haul some of this crap off with. Something like a small wagon that I can pull myself, or maybe even horse and wagon if there's a good deal available.
Gotcha. Would you guys like to see the map of Trollskull Alley?
Yeah.
Instead of just the manor. So we will activate that for you. So you can kind of see.
Oh, I see.
So in Trollskull Alley, you'll notice that there are quite a few buildings. The alley itself makes up this section where you see my purple bar, and this section. Everything to the north and to the far to the south, those roads are just not really places for you guys to go yet.
So don't go north or south in the main alley.
Yep, you're more or less existing in the alley.
Can you tell what any of these buildings are?
Many of these buildings are a combination of residence or shop. In fact, Valnur has entered one of the buildings that is a shop.
Okay, so we should go. Are we going into the shop? Oh, we'll go to the shop Valnur's in. Where are you? You're right here.
He is in the one that is over here.
Okay.
Which is the
Hello.
Valnur.
Yes.
Relax, my guy. It's okay. I'm gonna tell you what you just entered. This is, I believe, 5. Okay. So this is called the Tiger's Eye. It looks to be the residence of a private detective.
Ooh. Not helpful.
Leaving.
As you
investigate me.
He's probably going to investigate you regardless because you just moved in. That's really all there is. The only thing that's on the front, actually, that front door is locked. That is my apologies. Everyone, step out.
It was definitely unlocked because I had swung that bitch open.
I am aware. Most of the doors in this map are all unlocked by default. I have to manually do that, so that's my fault. You'll go up. You'll see it's an orange and black sign that features a cat's eye. And it's just the sign and the tiger's eye. However, those of you who have lived here for some time recognize that this is a private detective.
This is oh, I found a horse and a wagon and a door. Can we go in here?
That is 6. That is a building. Oh god. It appears to be a bookstore. It's known, you see the sign above the door is a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. And it is called the Bookworm's Treasure.
Is it unlocked?
It is.
Hey, Dalgon, you got a book, don't you? That
Dalgon book! Dalgon book! Rot's bouncing up and down
a random
with
book
his
to a random
wings.
bookstore unless they
Got the
Unless they
book!
deal with magical books.
Hello.
I apologize. I did not put people in the building.
It's okay.
Hello.
There's someone in there. Oh, okay, cool. So it has a fucking image, but it doesn't actually have an image. That's great.
Nice. It's fine.
If
Nice.
you hover over, it has the image.
I know. That's
Oh.
what's like. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's great. Let me just grab that.
We're Dalgon.
And
I
then
don't know.
So
appearance.
I'm gonna let you guys do your thing over there, and when you guys are done with that, I'll ask some questions. Don't need the DM
Hi.
to be jumping all around.
Oh, there it goes. It's fixed for
There you
me.
go. Yep, I know how to fix it easy. Because I just have to grab the link for one spot.
Hi.
Inside is a short dragonborn of the. They appear golden in nature.
Ooh.
You know magic books?
And he turns as you enter into the shop and says, "Welcome to the Bookworm's Treasure. What can I do for you?"
Do you know magic books? Like, say hypothetically, somebody had like a book that everything you write in it just kind of just poofs. Do you know anything about that?
Poof.
Yeah, poof.
That just poofs? That's strange.
Just disappears.
No, I'm not sure that I'm familiar with that specifically. That things disappear from what you write in there. That's very strange. Are you looking for someone to take a look at it for you?
Well, kind of, but we got a guy outside who won't come in.
I'm looking for something different.
Can we come back and you look? How much does it cost?
Oh, that's a good question. How much would it cost you to take a look?
It depends on the nature of magic required to determine what it is.
Oh, so expensives.
It can be, depending on what I have to do to understand it and explain it.
Do you
Like,
take
we talking
trade?
like a couple gold piece expensive, or are we talking like lots of gold piece expensive?
Again, it merely depends. If it's something trivial like a trinket, then
It's a
say
book, not a
two.
trinket.
If
Do you
it's
have
something
any-
simple, then it won't be worth much of anything to me to do the work. If it's worth more, then it will require higher tiers of magic to understand it.
Well, how are we supposed to know how much it's going to cost us, and if we have enough for you to take a look at it? If you
I have
How about
money.
this? If you bring the book to me, I am familiar with the spell Identify. You bring it to me, and we can start there.
how much would it cost for you to identify it?
He pauses for a moment. Let's say 5 gold pieces. Does that seem reasonable?
Fuck, no.
I've
I'm
got.
not rich.
I've got. Poor bunny. We'll pay.
I don't know why you think you must be rich to. I understand.
5 gold's a lot. That's booze money.
5 gold's a lot for booze money. That's
So you
5.
leave.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are there
sorry.
any other doors over here?
Not along the northern section of buildings.
Okay.
There is one, two, three more buildings. Actually, Valnur is very close to one, which is this building here.
What do I see
Give me
when I
a-
go into this one?
So
we'll tell
you approach.
Dalgon
This is
about that
4.
later.
This is called Corellin's Crown. Is the name of this? It's a 3-story townhouse, which from the ground you can see that the 3rd floor has been converted into a greenhouse.
Have like herbs and spices.
It doesn't state that it has anything special for its little plaque that's outside, or the little sign. So We're gonna say it has the picture of a few different medicinal plants on it with a curved writing saying Corellan's Crown. We walk in, and inside is, let's see, and that is not the image I was hoping he would have, but that's okay. Wait just a moment, and I can fix the image. While you enter into the room, you see a herbalist that appears to be a druid. Oh, it's a wood elf druid. There you go.
How's it going? I'm Valnur. That's Rot.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to Corellan's Crown. What may I do for you?
Come and check out the shop. We're new to the neighborhood.
Ah, welcome. Welcome. Please take a look around. If you need any plants of any kind, let me know. If you're looking for something more magical in nature, I also have some potions.
Anything that would make a bunny's tail pop?
Oh.
I'm sorry?
Well, you know. Like herbs that are plants that, you know.
Asking for elevated experience.
Thank you.
I'm not sure that what I have would help with that. I meant more so of the healing variety.
Oh, okay, what do you got for that?
Well, they go ahead and bring you over to one of the counters.
Oh.
And they show you that behind like one of the locked cases, they have a selection of potions. They say, this is what I have at this moment. This is just for you to know, because I don't really know how to describe them.
I'm downloading widgets for
potions
my stream, and it
of
went
animal
on the wrong
a potion of climbing,
thing.
greater healing, and water breathing.
How much is the greater healing?
The greater healing? You see that there is a price tag on it, or like a little placard in front of it that says 250 gold.
I can't read.
Then they will tell you, it is, for the greater healing potion, it is a little more expensive at 250 gold pieces.
What about just regular?
The regular healing potion is a 50 gold. Which you know is pretty standard for the
Well, we
it's
have
pretty standard for pricing.
We have a group worth of, or don't we have like a gold? Where's our group gold?
It's under Comrade Fund, and we only have 16 gold in that.
Oh, I don't have a lot either.
We are broke.
We are fully broke.
What's the cheapest thing you got here?
I think
I have some various plants, if you wish.
Do you know where we find beer, Brewmaster?
A brewmaster. Oh, I kind of pause for a moment. Like, I would assume in the trade ward.
Thank you.
I would look for the Brewmasters Guild. They would likely be able to help you.
You got anything for, like, me to brew some shit?
We can see the person now.
Yeah, sorry, I've been trying to find a decent one for them. You said for meat,
Yeah, like if I wanted to make my own shit.
I mean, you would need. Unfortunately, making drinks isn't really my specialty. I focus more on, well, as I said, medicinal healing.
Right.
Valnur would argue that beer is medicinal.
Yeah.
And I understand, but I am unfortunately the wrong
Heals the
person.
soul.
Okay. We find Brewmaster. Thank you.
Of course. The best of luck to you. They're incredibly soft-spoken through the entire exchange.
Rot goes to find Dalgon. Where's Dalgon at?
I'm out looking for a cart and maybe a horse.
This other is this part of our building, the store that I'm at right now currently?
No, that is a separate building. That one is called the Bent Nail. You see that it's literally a sign that has a nail on it that has been bent.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Can I go in here?
Yes.
Okay. So
you enter into there. Inside, you see it is. The main shop is mostly bare, other than the walls and a couple tables that have items on them, which mostly is. This is very obviously a carpenter. You can find things like wooden canes, quarterstaffs, wooden shields, things like that.
So, is there a person in here?
There is.
Hello?
Are you
Hello.
kidding me? It literally has it. You see
A guy.
a dude who is a male half-elf. He goes, hello. Welcome to the Bent Nail. What can I do for you?
Have questions.
Yes.
I think we need help with bar repair. Do you offer?
Bar repair.
Tables and chairs and bar things.
Oh, then yes, I can help with that.
How much would that be for bar?
I think that depends on whether. I mean, how much damage are we looking at? Like, how many items are we replacing?
It's
You know that bar on the corner?
It's
that's,
nesting
literally beside your
material.
building?
Are you talking about the troll skull?
Yeah.
Ah, are you the new owners?
Yes.
Ah, well, it's wonderful to meet you.
Pleasure. I'm Rot.
I can offer a week of free drinking.
What? Valnur, we don't have beer yet.
Well, when we get up and running.
You too many hops ahead.
Fine, whatever. Joke about my race.
He's just mad because I'm gonna eat him. Anyway! Nice to meet you!
I don't know the extent of damage. You might want to get with some contractors first before you, I guess, ask for my services. It's usually pretty wise to go ahead and speak with. I am someone who, when you work with contractors, they ask me for help, and I help.
Ah. Okay. Where do you find contractor?
For you, I would say start at the
guild, the contractors guild.
Not really a contractors guild, more like a what is it? Guild of Innkeepers. I'd start there.
Innkeepers. All right. Thank you. Also, would
Yes.
we know that Dalgon's looking for a cart? Did he say that out loud, or did he just take off?
Nope. I'm just kind of looking.
Shit. All right. Well, I gotta talk to Dalgon anyway. So, thank you so much, Mr. Sirman. And then I leave.
Of course. Call me Tally.
What?
Call me Tally. And yes, I do make primarily wooden weapons. Think like quarterstaffs, canes, things like that. If you're looking for metal, yes, I do make bows. If you're looking for more metal based, I would recommend heading out of the store to the left a little.
How much for
That
arrows?
is the arrows. I will. Oops. Well, you're gone now, bud. He kind of looks at you and goes, standard price anywhere else you'd find for them. I don't know the price off the top of my head.
Okay. I can come back for arrows before we leave. That's fine.
So like 1 copper piece?
20 arrows is 1 gold piece, so that's what he offers to sell them at.
Okay. Can I actually give you that? I just want to have them in my pocket.
Sure, yeah, you can have a transaction with him. Let's sell you 20 arrows for 1 gold.
That's fine. I'm gonna give you 1 gold. And then I add 20 arrows.
Yep, just like that.
You got any magic bows?
No. Not at this moment in time. That usually requires a little extra effort, something I don't normally just sell.
Thank you.
How much would it cost for like a magic bow?
Alright, so...
Depends on the bow, I guess. What are you trying to get out of it?
Rot goes off to look for Dalgon.
I mean, like, I don't know, what kind of things can you do to it?
Make it hit a little harder, hopefully be a little more accurate, things like that.
Accuracy would be nice.
Oops. Uh-oh. I went into the house. Can you pull me back
Yeah.
out the house?
Yeah, I will. Hold the scene. I believe, Einar, you're also stuck in the house, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We're a mess. Thank you.
And Thyvir. Yeah, don't enter into your house on this map just because it is set up to bring you to a different map.
Okay. I'll wait until...
He's kind of like... He'll give you estimates. Most of them are very outside your price range right now. The cheapest bows you're looking at are closer to multiple hundreds of gold, if you want magic.
What about basic bows? Like,
Are you looking for a crossbow or short bow, long bow?
that's a good question. Which one am I proficient with? Because it says I'm proficient with simple weapons and
Short bow.
a short bow. Okay. What would run me for a short bow?
A short bow is 25 gold.
God damn. Alright, well, I appreciate your time. Tick.
Tally, and yes, good day to you.
So I have caught up with Dalgon.
Yes.
Mr. Dalgon! Mr. Dalgon.
Yes, Rot.
Bookstore! Bookstore said identify your book. Also, found carpenter.
Okay.
And plants. But not plants
Have
to
we
get...
found anywhere where we can find a horse and maybe a wagon?
Maybe wood guy know.
Yeah, maybe. Head that way.
Dalvin, you can safely assume that if you want to get a horse, you probably need to go to the
Stable.
trades. Yeah, trades ward would probably be a good place to start.
Oh, I guess actually, let me tell you. All guild masters, guild peoples in trade ward. Because Rot did learn that information. Looking for, Innkeepers Guild and Brewmasters.
Okay.
Trade
Well-
ward? Trade ward.
Well, let's go talk to the carpenter. Maybe he can figure out. Maybe he has a cart that we can use to get
Mostly-
rid of all that destruction inside that bar.
Okay. So we're gonna head back over here to our friend.
Yeah, certainly.
Where the heck? It was down here. Oh, it was down here. These alleyways are kind of. I guess the alleyways would be kind of shitty, huh?
Yeah, it's not like a perfect city to say the least.
Mister.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry, I can't remember name. Turta.
Tally.
Tally! Yeah, I got it right the first time.
Certainly you did. Yes, welcome back. What can I do for you? Newcomer.
This friend Dalgon
My name.
has questions.
Hello, my name is Dalgon, of course. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you as well. What can I do for you?
I am looking, maybe not a whole wagon, but something that can haul a lot of unuseful things out of a property, like a wagon. And where can we get rid of broken, cabinets and other things that were kind of not well taken care of inside of a tavern?
Well, it sounds like if I'm guessing you're one of the new owners to the. He kind of like gestures to the where
Oh
your
yes.
manor is, the Troll Skull Manor.
Has like
Yes.
4 or 5 owners now.
That is quite a few.
There was an accident.
An accident?
We were tricked, bamboozled, confuzzled, conundrumed.
Well,
We
that
were
was
offered
funny.
gold and we wound up with a deed on a property.
Bamboozled.
He looks incredibly confused. Okay. Not what I was expecting. I won't deny that. However, he pauses. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. You're looking to renovate the place?
Yes,
Okay.
that is our goal.
To renovate the place, I would recommend looking for the innkeepers. The Guild of the Fellowship of Innkeepers.
Well, I
they-
mean, is it pretty obvious, when I look around, that I see that he's a carpenter type and he does good work, or is it kind of shoddy work?
It's pretty good work. This is definitely this is someone who has really honed their craft.
Well, I mean, I would much rather hire a small business like yourself do some things. If you would be interested.
Oh, I most certainly am. No denying that. However, if you're new to the city, working with the guilds are usually preferred. It's easier for you as well as for us to make sure that everyone gets paid or pays appropriately. I can still do the work on the side, but you might get some bad reputation with the different guilds. They like to work together.
Well, I was gonna offer you almost like it, maybe work out a deal with you to show your work in a very, hopefully it's going to be a exciting area. If you understand my meaning.
You most certainly have my interest.
Just can you imagine if you did majority of the remodel and the praise that you can get and the advertisement you can get, because we have big things coming. We're going to open a new tavern, and we're going to have a special guest every month for a year who's going to come and tell stories and entertain the crowd.
I see.
And it's not very far from your shop.
No, you are not.
So,
I mean, if you must point me in that direction of using other people, then I guess that's where I'd have to go. But I prefer... I'm not a big guild person. I'm more of a... If I like what I see, that's who I want working on it. You understand my drift?
I do. I do. Well, I think you should talk to them first. However, I am willing to work with you on this. I do think this could be mutually beneficial.
Yes. Because, I mean, when they come in and they ask, who did all the fantastic work, I can point them directly to your shop, which should bring a lot of business your way.
You can see he's very intrigued by this. It's pretty obvious. He's not trying to hide that information.
Right.
Well, if that is the case, that is the case. I am open to it. I'll need to take some time to kind of do like my own investigation, if that makes sense to you, or to see the damages, to figure out what we need to do to get on the right track.
I'm trying to acquire possibly horse and buggy, or horse and wagon to get things delivered to the tavern and whatever supplies you would need. I don't know if you have your own. That would be great, but I can hire people to come clean up the mess, and get that all taken care of, where it's in a state to where you could work on it and whenever you have time.
Well, I certainly have my own equipment that I could use to travel, so that should not be an issue. So if that is where we are, then that is where we are.
let's go find innkeepers.
I guess after you look, let's see, how much you think the overall cost would be. I mean, hopefully we can work a deal to where in the long run it'll be much more beneficial to you, for everyone to see your work, and you will get a lot more business. By no means am I asking you to do it for free, but I would like to see if we could work out a deal that would be very beneficial for the both of us.
Yeah. No, he's like nodding along, like he's pretty happy with this idea.
Innkeepers!
Yes, Rot, we will get there.
At this point, Rod's nervously, bouncing up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Not nervously, excited, anxiously bouncing up and down.
How about this? This evening after dinner, you come over and you take a look at the property. If you have time, of course.
Of course, of course. Certainly, yes. That should be fairly easy to accommodate.
Okay.
Just tell me you after dinner. So expect me shortly after sundown, I would say.
That sounds great. Now I'm going to go and see if I can find some way to get rid of all the rubble.
I wish you the best of luck. Consider the he kind of like gestures across the street from where he's currently sitting. So like if you come out, you would head south. He said, consider the Steam and Steel. They do more metal work, but they might be able to help you.
Wonderful. And
Yay!
what do you like to be called? What is your title?
Tier
Oh,
two.
myself.
Two.
Tally.
Yeah, that
Most
one.
people call me
Just
Tally.
Tally, not woodsman, not carpenter, or you don't have a title that you like to call yourself.
Not really. If you want, Tally Solvanar is my name, but Tally for short.
Mr. Solvanar, we will see you after sundown.
I look forward to it.
And thank you for your time.
Of course. Thank you for your patronage.
Of course.
Hot and cold, what's up?
So, Valnur. I'm gonna say the door's still open.
I closed it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You're inside this building. This was the Steam and Steel. During the daylight hours, smoke and steam billow from the many windows around this indoor forge. You see that the Steam and Steel has the logo on the front is a hammer and anvil. The rest of you will need to wait a moment before you're able to get into the building, since that interaction did happen. Unless, actually, Thyvir, you could be there if you wish, because you've been kind of quiet. However,
I'll leave.
Dalgon and Rot, you guys are still up
We'll
here.
chill in the hall, in the alley.
You're up with this guy.
Oh.
Tally.
I guess we'll chill up here.
Valnur and Thyvir. Inside this building are two Genasi, which are elementals as humanoids, if you're not familiar with them. The children of elementals.
That's why I call it hot and cold.
Rude.
Well, it's
You
not
see
cold.
one is, looks like a fire Genasi who will introduce themselves as Embrick, and the other is a water Genasi who introduces themselves as Avi.
I call you guys Flash and Splash.
I'd rather you not, but I can't really stop you, and I don't really care enough to try. Welcome to the Steam and Steel. What can we do for you? Embrick is the one talking over here. Avi is kind of off to the side working on something.
So we just bought we inherited or took over, whatever word it is. The bar on the corner.
For Mr. Embrick? You know Embrick Froome, that shrewd business owner?
I don't know. I got it from Volo. Wait, does somebody else own that? Did Volo sell us a fucking dud? Is that not even a legal deed?
What house are you well, you know it's a legal deed. You all were there, and it was officially signed over to you. And it was marked as previously unoccupied.
No, the one on it's named after this alley.
The Troll Skull Manor. Someone actually bought that place?
Oh, we didn't really buy it. We kind of just took it over. It's gonna be some good booze and some entertainment and stuff in there in a few weeks. We're just trying to get the thing fixed up, but I saw y'all work with metal. Well, at least I'm assuming you do.
Yes, we are Steam and Steel. We are the primary source of weapons and armor in this area.
Do you guys make chalices?
We have before. If that's what you're looking for.
Well, we kind of need like a bunch of stuff.
I see.
For starting it up, because the place is kind of like torn to shit.
I mean, it's sat there for quite a while. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's kind of a dump, but you know, it's our dump now. I feel like we got the shit under the stick on this one, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do with.
Well, certainly we can help you out. Are you looking for just like around the place repairs, or are you looking for like a whole remodel?
Well, we're looking for like around the place. We're looking to like kind of do up our own way, kind of like draw some more people in. We talked to Tic Tac or Talk or something over there. Across the street.
Across the street? You mean Tally?
Yeah, that was his name.
No, he's a good carpenter.
Yeah. When we talked to him, he looks like he's got some decent shit, so we might, I don't know. I think I saw my friends go in there. I don't know what they talked about, but we need like chalices and like, you know, like nice setups for like the kegs. We need like, you know, like maybe like some plates. Like if we're gonna do food, I don't really know how to cook, but we could use that. We need like, you know, we just need like to like make the place, you know, feel like home. Plus we got like bedrooms upstairs that we're all gonna be sleeping in. And I don't know if y'all can like make like bed frames or something like that. You know, things.
It gives you kind of a weird look for a metal, because he's like a metal bed frame. That's a strange choice. Wouldn't you rather wood? I mean, that's what everybody else uses.
I jump up and down a lot. I'm a rabbit. I don't know if you could tell, but
yes, and you'd warp the metal irreparably.
I don't know
Unless
what
you're
that
looking,
means, but we're gonna keep going.
I mean, we could probably make it out of adamantine so it wouldn't warp, but that's expensive. Just so you know, like that is.
Okay, well, then
pretty
maybe not
heavy
bed,
price
but
tag.
like maybe I need like. I need like chalices and plates and like things to hold up the kegs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I see. So, yeah. So, do you have any contracts already with another builders guild of some kind?
Nah, we got told to go talk to some guilds and stuff, but I don't know. I'm trying to like meet the folks, you know.
Gotcha. Well,
Y'all are near it, so.
I am grateful you stopped by, and I will gladly help where I can, but you should probably talk to a guild first. They get a little uncomfortable when you don't cooperate with them.
Cooperate? I've not been one known to cooperate.
Well, if you don't, you're gonna end up like Emmerich over there. He gestures to one of the, like, in the direction of the manor, but it could be anywhere in the alley. You're not really sure.
Okay. Well, like, can I make sure that they like hire y'all if we need some shit?
Oh, certainly. You could you can request who you want if you know someone, and I would be more than willing to accept myself and Avi here.
Avi.
Yes. He gestures over to the water genasi
Splash.
currently working on the bench.
Right. All right. Well, I mean, like, you make me like a goblet now, or like a chalice now, so I can have a chalice.
I mean, it takes some time. We don't just have those lying around.
Oh,
We
I
don't
mean,
know-
I can't. I'm not. I mean, I got time. I'll be around. I mean, you know where I live.
That is true. Certainly, yeah. We could probably make one. It wouldn't take too terribly much material. I don't normally sell these one by one, so I don't know, 2-3 silver. Does that work for you?
I'll give you a gold piece if you do it. Rapido.
Deal.
All right.
It'll be done by the end of the day. I can tell you that much.
All right. Deal. All right. Let me give you a gold piece, and then I'm gonna go get my friends, and we'll I'll bring them by, and they can meet. Flash and Splash. I forgot what your names was. I'm sorry. It's just gonna be Flash and Splash from here on out. I'm not good with names.
Ember and Avi.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Ember
he's not
Kenobi.
good with names. Do I just take 1 gold out of my pocket?
Yep. Just remove 1 gold from your inventory.
Okay, there you go. All right, let me go get my friends. We'll be right back, and I appreciate the chalice.
Of course.
So, Ember,
Yes.
We speak with a guild. I might put in a request for them to go to you to make the nails, because having supply that's closer to the construction site is going to be a lot better for transportation.
Of course, makes sense to me.
I just thought I would let you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. They probably would have contracted us anyway, just because, like you said, the distance, we're right here. But
Yep.
The fact that you're willing to put in a good word for me, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. All right, have a good one.
Okay, I go up to
You as well.
Dalgon and Rot, and I'm like, come meet Flash and Splash!
Oh, what?
Yeah, you guys come outside. Thyvir comes out as Valnur has collected Dalgon and Rot to bring you over to this building.
Flash, Splash, come meet my friends.
It's called the Steam and Steel. You see that he is currently, they're working, they have projects they're working on. Avi doesn't really, this is Avi here, and this is Embrick. Avi doesn't really talk a whole lot. Embrick seems like the front for the store, you know, the face. And he's like, yes, welcome back. And you have friends.
Yeah, this is Rot and Dalgon. Dalgon, I was talking to him
Good day.
about getting chalices and goblets and things for the kegs to go on and shit like that for our tavern.
Ah.
He's also gonna make me a chalice, my own personal chalice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fancy.
speaking of that, do you have anything you want with it specifically, like a design? Or are we just looking for a standard, metallic chalice?
You make it look like there's a tree trunk on the bottom.
What?
Yeah, I can do that.
Sick.
Just the lower half or the
Just
whole
the
thing?
lower half. And then, you can just make the entire thing kind of look like a tree if you can do that.
Yeah, I can do that. It's not hard.
Sick. But yeah, so these guys, I was talking to these guys, I said I'd put in a good word, but they want us to go talk to a guild because the guilds get upset when you don't talk to the guild about doing things.
Yeah, you don't want to end up like Emmerich over there.
Yeah, you
Who's
said some
Emmerich?
guy.
Oh, Emmerich's this.
And is he Bones?
I'm sorry?
Never mind.
You are a strange one, bird.
You know, you is too, but I kind of like it.
Emmerich is a tavern owner. He does air quotes when he says that. He has decided to take it upon himself to do all of the work for it, and so all of the guilds are not helping him. They've just decided that they haven't. That's a bad way to say it. Because he has denied their help, they are not going to help. And so he doesn't have access to the guilds, which is the brew masters, the carpenters, all of them. So it's just better to work with the guilds than it is anything else.
Guild sounds
I have a question.
Sure.
Why let people control like that?
Yes.
Why let them control like that? Well, it makes things smooth in the city. It allows checks and balances for the most part.
We can request who we want. It's just they organize it all, so that means that we don't have to
Yes, but how much fees do they get for just
I'm not
saying, hey, we want this person to do it? How much money do they cut out of your pocket? That's the
I'm not
real
a
question.
smart bird, but sounds like bad deal.
It's worked for the rest of us, and we all work off of each other. As for how much they take for themselves, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I don't know. I'm not running a tavern, so you have to deal with the innkeepers for that.
Dalgon, we don't want to fuck people over and then not have people come to the business because we fucked people over.
The biggest people that I use,
over.
the biggest one I use is the miners. The miners league. go out and collect materials, bring it back, and we provide the service of crafting those materials into what people need. It's a very harmonious system. There's no denying that.
Harmonious.
Not big on people taking money for nothing. Really odd to me. You see, the way I look at it is, how much business do you think you got in this area that people would use you over? And could you afford to be in a bigger place at the end of the day if the guild didn't take their cut?
I'm sure if we were smart with our money, yeah, we could. It's not like it's huge. We pay them a fee that usually, like, say, I think it's every 10 day. So we pay them a fee every 10 day for their services. They provide the supplies that we need to do our job. Like I said, it works pretty well. I understand the hesitation to work with these people because you do not know them, you don't know their intentions and all that, but take it from me, it's worth it.
Sounds
a lot
like
of the
to
hassle.
me that you're getting screwed. Not only do you have to pay them something, you turn around and when I go to them and need something done, they take my money. And if I give them 50 gold and they keep 5 gold, that's 5 gold that you lost out on. On top of that, you had to pay them to even be a part to get the job. Almost sounds like double dipping.
He kind of stops for a minute.
Now, if they did their services as an advertisement, marketing, and they didn't take from you initially, but they took off the top when services come through them, I could see that being more fair. But for you having to pay them to be a part of their club, it doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe I misexplained it. I'm not the best with words. I apologize. I only pay the Miners League because the Miners League provides a service to me to collect the material. In your case, you'd be paying probably like the innkeepers. You know, if you want to run a tavern, you pay them. And then they do all the work behind the scenes to get you the resources you need to run your tavern, whether it's food, drink. They're pretty connected, so even the repairs you're looking for. If that makes sense. Do they take a cut off the top? Yes, they do. Everyone does. Everyone's going to try to get as much out of you as they can. But with this system, especially with the guilds working together as well as they do to keep it fair, they're pretty good about that.
Do you not think that there are people that get special treatment?
Not that I see. They also promote my business. You know, I get quite a bit of business because I work with them. So when people ask them, hey, who do you give these materials to? They tell them, oh, the Steam and Steel up in the castle room. It's not a perfect system, of course. There never is a perfect system, but this is as good as this is truly what I believe to be as good as it gets.
So what you're saying is, if any work that I need you to do for me, I have to go through them, even if it's making a simple sign for my business.
No, I can make a sign for you with no issue. Things like your friend here, he kind of gestures over to Valnur, told me things of like helping to renovate your entire building. Is it a manor? I think it's a manor.
Yes.
To renovate the whole building, you're going to need a lot more resources than what I have on hand here, which means I have to go make contracts. But if you go to the innkeepers and make a contract with them. They'll do all the work. They'll do the quoting. They'll give you all the stuff up front before you sign anything. Hell, they might even give you people to run the place when you're not there.
I'll have to put some thought into this because I'm more of a direct type person. I like to go and I like to deal with the people that I'm dealing with directly and not go through a bunch of hoops, if you understand what I mean.
I do.
I mean, practically, we're neighbors.
We are. That's why I got no issue helping you if that's what you want. But just know, without the support of the guilds, it's going to make your business a little tougher. Some of the different shops that are part of the guilds, some of them will help you, not all of them, and that does limit your access to different things.
Understand. I guess we will look into this, see how we feel about it.
If it doesn't work out, I'll still help you. I don't mind.
Because I would much rather you get the most for your outstanding work.
And I appreciate that.
Because it's not like I'm rushing to them and using them. I'm walking around locally and trying to see who piques my interest.
Of course. I'll even, just, if you're getting to meet everybody, go ahead and get names, make it easy for you. Specifically the shop name, but if you know the shopkeeper's name as well, that's a good play. Get the names, and if you go to the innkeepers and you're like, okay, we're interested, give them our names, our shop names, and they'll make sure we're at the top of the list. And I, of course, am going to accept it because I like a challenge.
I understand. I will look into this and see. I mean, I'd would much rather you, but I don't know how many people are. I like to go against the grain. I'd much rather you come check it out yourself and pay you directly.
I get you.
It's not just you that gets to make the decision, though. It's a group thing.
Rot is in the corner, bouncing up and down anxiously.
He's looking at all of you. He's like, "How about you said you're going to talk to the innkeepers anyway? So go talk to them, see what they say. If you don't like it, come back to me. I'll come out. I'll give you a quote on what I think I can do, what I can fix, and how much it'll be."
Of course. And I kind of glare over at the rabbit.
It's not just you.
Fine, if you want to pay the extra, you can go right ahead.
But he has no money!
Well, then it sounds like it's not just him then, huh?
It's a group thing is what I tried to tell you. You might want to go against the grain, but you gotta talk to everybody. You can't just write off the innkeepers.
Did I say I was writing them off?
But I'm just reminding you, it's a group thing.
Oh, one last thing before y'all go. He walks over to the door and gestures down the alleyway. And he's like, "There's a place over there called the Tiger's Eye. If you're not certain you want to get in with the guilds for any reason, you want to know a little more about anybody, that's your man." I believe his name is Vincent Trench. He is one of the best private eyes that I've ever come across in my time. I've been around this city for a while.
Yeah, I saw that building.
Usually that's door locked, but...
Is that tavern serve cheap drinks? Well,
Emmerich?
Yeah, that's the deal.
Yeah.
Sure, if you like piss.
Oh, that's my question. Where is that?
Oh, you can't miss it. Just look for what is it? Sorry, I gotta find the name. It actually has one for me. It's called Froon's Brews.
Okay.
I think it's over. past the Corellan's Crown. That's like right on the corner.
Okay.
It's a small building.
Appreciate it, Flash. Bye, Splash.
He just gives him like a weird gesture.
Quick, tiny intermission.
Yeah.
If Mac and I disappear, it's probably because of the storm.
Okay.
Just warning you now, if in case. I mean, I don't know. It probably won't, but I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I get you. Do you need to take a break for just a moment, or
No.
I know we're good. I just, I was making sure everything was good. I heard banging against the like glass. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I go outside, and it's like huge hail.
I get you. Valnur, there's no internal building. It's just.
It's supposed to get drunk.
Are we moving to the brew place?
There's no internal building for it.
You gentlemen
but it's-
have a wonderful evening. When I walk.
Nice to meet you. You're very,
Yeah, of course.
very nice.
Try. Be safe out there. You'll see that Valnur is currently circling this building right here. This is the one that I've decided is going to be Froon's Brews.
Oh, okay. Now, is this the brewmaster that we can officially talk to, or
No.
Okay.
This is that guy he mentioned that kind of is not using the guilds. And as you approach, you can certainly tell it is not up to the standard of Waterdeep.
Do you see what would happen if we don't work with the guilds? Do you see this piece of shit? I don't even want to drink from here, and I'll drink from anywhere.
The door to get in is right here, near Valnur. You can kind of see into the building if
Thank you for the lurk
walk
banner.
up to the door is currently open. And it's very dingy, unfortunately. It looks like this place is not kept up very well. There's like 2 people in the whole fucking building besides the guy behind the counter.
I drink from crap bars, and I don't even want to drink from here. Ask Rot.
Not wrong.
Look. If I can
Hire
get
some side
everything
services.
covered,
Hire some
I
side
can get-
services, but not the entire thing.
if I can get people together to go against the grain, it'll benefit everyone. Do not
Hire
understand how this.
Side things, sure, but not the whole thing. I don't want to run a bar that I don't even want to go into.
Oh, trust me, it won't look like this.
I'm sure he
He's
thought that
trying
too.
to do it all
It
himself.
looked like this.
I'm going directly to the source rather than going through the hoops. There is a difference.
I don't like it. Sure, things here and there. You want some like fancy cabinets or some shit, sure. But I don't like doing the whole thing.
Listen, let me talk to everybody and see what we can figure out. I'm sure there are people that don't like the way that the setup is.
Rot no, that not smart by Rot at all. But Rot no, that they're thieves. Taking money for no reason.
Yeah, right, but did you go to like 3 people for your business?
No, but that's probably why I fail.
See?
Doesn't mean
See
I
my
like it.
hesitation? Yeah, you might not like it, but we don't have to do the whole thing through them, but I still don't feel like cutting them out of the equation completely is a good idea.
We could
Like I
die.
said, we will talk. We will look at all options. I've already talked to the carpenter, and he seems very interested in coming and checking out and pricing it himself directly. I told him that I would refer anyone who looked in amazement at his work and asked who did it, and I would point him directly to him. He seemed very excited about that.
Right, but you need people to show up, point in that direction, and if you go against the brewmasters and innkeepers and stuff like that, you're gonna run into issues where people won't go because you didn't work with them.
Unfortunately, we have Volo. And he gonna bring people out.
Not to mention we'll be blacklisted from suppliers within the city.
Also
Exactly.
problems.
Like I said, let's talk to everyone. Let's make sure this is a path that is secure before. I'm not saying yes.
You heard
let's do
Sparky.
it.
There's people that agree to go against them, be offended even if you ask.
Who's Sparky?
No, I mean, maybe we just poke around and see what happens. If not, then we work with them. I mean, what's the big deal?
Willing to listen.
I didn't say for sure what we're doing, but I do have a carpenter coming to kind of look at things and see what he thinks.
You know, could see how much Carpenter thinks, but if Guild says 10 times more, then we have problem. So it's good to get the idea.
Exactly. Even Rot understands.
I was also kind of getting the impression that for big projects like renovating a tavern, you want to go through the guilds. For small projects, it's fine to go through individuals.
Understandable. And I'm all ears on all options. I just want to see what all options are.
We go to Flash and Splash. Cabinets, tables. We go to the carpenter, but like the actual floors and walls and things like that. If we go through the guild, they won't hate us.
Well, let's see. Let's see what the guild has to say. Let's compare to what Tally would charge us
Tally.
and see how much they're taking off the top.
I agree.
Carpenter.
I thought his name was Tick.
No, it's Tally.
Tally!
Tally.
This is a reason why people probably won't work with you. Can't even remember their names.
And you called them Flash and Splash. You need people skills, Valnur. People skills are good skills.
I don't need people skills.
Okay, you have bird skills. It's enough.
It helps. It helps not being drunk all the time too.
Yeah.
Well, he's gone.
Is this... Well, okay.
How did I get to the fucking innkeeper spot?
It is not here. That will be Theater of the Mind.
Well, let's head over to the get. Oh well. I yell back. Let's go, Rod.
Oh, come! I'm coming!
I say
So-
we go and talk to the guild and see exactly what they say, and
Have a good night, Como.
we'll have the carpenter over tonight
Sorry
after
about
dinner
that
and
noise.
see what he has to say. I want to make sure
Yeah.
everybody gets paid properly.
Also, don't want another business to fail. Can we get red curtains?
Maybe. Let's look at the aesthetic.
All red. I see it now. Red bar tops and red chairs and red curtains and red rugs.
No, too much red. Rot. Too much red.
You've already tried the all red thing.
Okay.
We don't want people to come in and be colorblind.
Not
When
say
they
beer
leave.
is red. But beer can be red.
Rot, you must calm down.
Okay.
That's okay. We will get some red in there, I promise.
And bones?
If it goes with the aesthetic, then sure.
Yes! Rot's just over the moon right now.
I'm very happy for Rob.
having a
This is very
completely
funny.
having a completely different vision in his head of what
What was the name of the place again?
the tavern will probably be.
Troll Skull Alley or Troll Skull
Yeah,
Inn.
so there's probably going to be skulls involved somewhat.
Oh, I completely. Speaking of that, did anyone explore the top floor into the attic?
Yeah, I was up there the first time.
Yeah, we went all over the place.
We all went up.
There was, in fact, a troll skull that's on a plaque in the attic. I had completely forgotten that is a thing, and I apologize.
Oh, boy. Right when I went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's been
I didn't
preserved.
Eat the fucking skull.
I didn't go upstairs.
Yeah, so it's been preserved. It's on a plaque. Like, it's very obviously an ornamental piece. Eating it would be very unpleasant for Rod because it would taste chemically treated.
He wouldn't eat that. He's not that dumb. He's pretty dumb.
Okay.
Not that dumb.
I just wanted to make sure we made it clear. It was a mistake on my part. I apologize for that.
Now we want to go see the guild.
Yeah, which one? I'm assuming in
whatever is going to help us remodel this.
Innkeeper first.
Yeah, the innkeepers.
Where are we headed? Or do we stay here?
You're just staying here. I can put you on a different map if you prefer. Whether it's inside Troll Skull Manor or in the alley itself.
Whatever works for you. I just didn't know if we were going to another map or not.
No, I don't have another map for this. You need to go to the trades ward for this. But whenever you get there, because it's not super far, you guys are just north of it. When you get to the trades ward, you will see that there's plenty of different buildings in here. But those of you who lived in the city, you know where the guild or the Fellowship of Innkeepers is. Which you can make your way over there.
We should go north.
All right, well, that's where we'd like to go.
Perfect. You enter into a very ornate building.
Oh.
It is clear this is a very wealthy and well-traveled place. You come inside. There's like a nice little waiting area. There's a reception desk. Think like white marble, gold linens, things like that.
Could use more red.
Right, not everything has to be red. I know that's your
Says
favorite color.
you. Says
I'll
you.
go up to the receptionist and ask to meet with the guild or somebody that's part of the guild that could help with renovating an inn in the castle district.
I apologize. I said the castle ward. That is to the south. You are in the north ward.
Okay,
That was-
the north ward.
Yep, you are in the north ward. More towards like the central eastern side of it.
Okay.
But yeah, the receptionist is like, all right, go take a seat over there. You know, we'll get you somebody here shortly.
I have a drink. Do you guys got anything to drink?
I believe there's some water nearby. As she gestures to a table that has jugs of water on it.
Nothing spicy.
Sir, this is a place of business, and we do not do the business of drinking here. That's at your establishment.
I didn't tell you what my establishment was. How do you know that?
Well, you asked for the innkeeper, so I'm assuming it's an inn of some kind. Maybe a
I wanna
tavern.
build an inn.
It sounds
And do
the
you intend to
same.
serve alcoholic drinks at your business?
Nope. We're dry business.
They're gonna be dry. Okay, I'll put it in your notes.
No, wait, no. We're not gonna be dry.
Oh,
I
you're
go over and I
not.
put,
Wow.
I go over and I put my hand on his shoulder. Please refrain.
I need a drink, man. I don't know what you want from me.
If you want a drink, go to a bar.
Let's go sit down, Valnur.
Fine.
I apologize. As I
She
look
waves her
over.
hand. She like waves her hand at you. She's like, don't worry. It's always good to have some fun on the job.
Well,
We'll make sure-
I appreciate your honesty, and yes, I can see it being quite entertaining here.
Is this like,
We try not to mess with people too much, but he wants to be a little finicky about his drink. That's his problem, not mine. We'll get you somebody from the Fellowship of Innkeepers, though. They'll be with you shortly.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
is this like the DMV? Like a really pretty DMV.
It's similar. They're a lot faster than a DMV, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
So I sit next to Valnur and I tell him, "Let me do the talking. You seem to rile people up."
No. You give me a drink, I'll be fine. Got anything on you? You drink pretty heavy.
You don't want what I drink.
I do. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to handle it.
No, you don't.
I spent a lot of time in bars. I don't think you know my ability. I could outdrink you any day.
If you say so.
There is a bar in the city that is renowned for its strength of drink. Valnur, that you are familiar with, it is pricey to get in though. But if you can get in, it's got a special dwarven ale. That is most certainly not an ale.
I speak Dwarvish.
Well, if you got the money for it, you should certainly go there later.
Valnur,
But that's not the
Been
point.
there before?
Only from the outside. You don't have the money to get in usually.
Would Rot have been there before?
Is Rot a heavy drinker?
Not really, but Rot typically has money.
Rot follows Valnur around and drinks with Valnur.
That's fair, but it's like 5 gold a person to get into the building alone.
Oh.
So it's like it has a cover fee. You go in there, and then drinks are also expensive. It's like you probably wouldn't have if I had to guess. However, that is up to you to determine if your character would have actually tried to go there and drink there.
Valnur would have, because he spends 90% of his income on booze and things that he can use to drink booze.
The only reason why Rot would go in there is because to promote his business, but then he wouldn't spend the money to promote his business. So.
And honestly, that kind of an establishment, I don't think even Rot would try to promote his business in.
Right.
You know, it's just.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Doesn't. As for Valnur, again, it's kind of your interpretation if you think you'd go there. However, again, it's 5 gold just to get in the door, and you're somebody who very frequently does not have gold.
I have more than 5 gold on me right now.
Nice. Do you know how much the drink is that I'm talking about?
Well, how much?
It is 10 gold a flagon.
Oh, I probably wouldn't be able to buy that.
That is one big cup's worth is 12 gold. Or 10 gold, sorry. Not 12. If you think you would have, you could say that you have. However, again, just expensive.
I still think I could outdrink Dalgon.
Alright.
If you believe so.
I've been drinking for years. Probably longer than you've been alive.
How big is Valnur compared to Dalgon?
I'm a small Harrigan.
And how big is
You're a small
Dalgon?
creature?
Yeah, I'm small.
Dalgon is a lot bigger than you then. Small creatures cap at around, I think, like 4, maybe 4.5 feet for the highest they go. I would probably roll closer to 4.
Rot leans over to
medium creatures can cap out like 6.5 or higher.
well, what kind of creature is Dalgon? What size?
Medium.
Okay. So Rot leans over to to Valnur and says, "You is too small for drinking. Same amount. Science not say so." Nice to think about, though.
I probably still win.
Rot rolls his eyes. He goes back to what he was doing, which was absolutely nothing, with not a thought in that head.
Eyes glaze over. Ah, yes. As things should be. You only end up waiting about 10 minutes before you're approached by a halfling who introduces himself as Broxley. And invites you to come with him over to a more private area to talk. If you want to get an idea of what this halfling looks like, he has mutton chops and bushy eyebrows. But he brings you over to like a more private area. Not exactly like a private office, but like a sectioned off area where it's like, oh, only people come over here to talk about business. He invites you all to sit. He has plenty of chairs for you. In fact, there are 6 chairs in the room, besides his, behind a desk. He takes a seat and he's, as I said, my name is Broxley Fairkettle. I am one of the representatives for the Fellowship of Innkeepers, and I heard you were looking to speak with us.
Yes, we are looking to renovate the old... That thing, I keep forgetting the name of it.
Troll Manor.
Troll Skull.
Troll Skull Tavern.
Really? You see, like he is immediately interested in this. So the
Yes.
old Troll Skull Manor and Tavern have a new owner.
5.
Yes, there are 5 of us.
Oh, of course. I only see 4 of you, so we would definitely need a 5th person to come along if you wanted to sign anything, but I wouldn't ask you to sign anything today. What are you looking to get done with it? I know it's sat empty for some time.
Yes, we're looking to renovate it and make it a very popular tavern with some great entertainment.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
Beneficial.
There are so few. He puts a lot of emphasis into this. There are so few good taverns in all of the North Ward. It would be my honor to personally help.
Well, we're looking for the great craftsmanship and at a good price. I mean, we want to be fair with everyone, of course.
Of course. That is what we try to accomplish here. We do our best to find people close so it reduces the cost of transporting goods. We do our best to, make sure everybody gets equal pay across the board for the amount of work they put in, so on and so forth. You can't have a thriving economy without fair practices.
That is true. Now, I mean, I have a few questions, of course.
Of course.
I'm not used to this whole guild setup here. Now, I did talk to the carpenter that's local and he referred me here, and also the steel workers right down the road.
I was just in the North Ward the other day. Because they're in the Troll Skull Alley. I cannot think of their names off the top of my head. But I assure you, I know who you're talking of. It's the 2 elemental children for the metal workers. Yes.
Right.
Yes, hard to forget those 2.
What's that
Yes.
supposed to
So,
mean?
how exactly do we go about getting a quote or bid on the work to be done? We want to make sure that we have our finances straight before we just dive right in.
Of course. The easiest thing that we can do right away is send someone out there to take a look at the building, see the state that it's currently in, and determine the estimates of repairs. Just across the board. They would likely quote you for the whole building, just to make sure it's up to code here in the city of Waterdeep.
Is there any way we can get a detailed price? More like, how much carpentry work and how much steel work and so on and so forth.
Can you
and kinda
Mugen beeping in the
get a little bit
background?
more detailed than just an overall price.
I see. So you're looking for more like a itemized to see where everything's going.
Yes. I would like to see that, everything's taken care of, and we would like to really, understand where the money is going to, so we can properly make sure that, they are, I don't want to say sponsored, but I would like to refer when people see, great things and they go, where did this come from? And I could say, well, this person down the road, he did a lot of this work. If you understand I'm that type of person.
We can certainly do one. We can, like, it sounds like you're asking two different things, so I'll just make sure I clarify. Are you looking for itemized based on price or just based on who did the work?
Well, I guess who did the work with price? Like,
So you want both?
say that the carpenter down the road comes over and he does an outstanding job, and somebody comes in and they want to, ask, well, who did this work? I would understand that the majority of that work came from one person, so I can let them know where to go if they're looking for a table or something, something small. I mean, of course, the big things have to come through you guys, but if they're asking about certain things, I can actually point them in that direction.
Certainly, yes, we could do that.
So I understand, where to send them and how much, roundabout how much they, charge for certain things.
Okay. Yeah, we can certainly do this. I don't see any issues. I don't foresee any issues, I should say. I will tell you up front, the quote might be a little lower than what you might see them charge out of pocket, just because we have contracts with them, and, well, not me specifically, but other members of the different guilds here. We all work together to do our best.
It's understandable.
What you see on your itemized bill might not line up exactly with what they would charge for independent work, but this would be a big thing if we're renovating a whole building. So we could get some deals in there. But certainly, yes, we can do this. I would just, like I said, I would need to send someone out there. They will get all the information for me, and then we can go from there. Building wise, you're probably looking at the stonemasons, some metal workers. I'm not exactly sure who exactly we would go to for it off the top of my head. Probably those two that are out in your alley. And then finally, a carpenter. I should believe you have one in your alley as well. I don't remember his name.
His name is Tally.
Tally, yes, he's a half elf. Yes, I know who you're talking about now. I can see his face in my mind's eye.
As for the two elementals, I did not catch their names. I was introduced rather quickly.
I don't remember everyone's names, unfortunately, but I will do my best to remember yours. Again, like I said, the North Ward is so few and far taverns between, and even fewer that are actually worth going to.
Understandable. The name is Dalgon.
Dalgon, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. The rest of you.
And then I kind of let them introduce themselves.
Mm-hmm. Do any of you have anything fun you'd like to say about it, or you just say your name?
I just sit silently.
All right, so you're gonna be ominous in the corner.
Rot. I am Rot. I am bird of magnificence and the color red. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Is Rot?
Wonderful to meet you as well. And he looks to our tiefling friend.
I'm Thyvir.
Thyvir. That is a unique name. I like this. He kind of looks at Valnur to give him a chance to say something, and I'm assuming Valnur stays silent, correct?
Yeah.
He waits for you. He waits a moment. There's an awkward pause before he continues.
That's Valnur. He doesn't talk much right now. You give him a drink and he'll talk your ear off.
I have many good friends like you. But yes, when is the earliest we could send somebody out there? I'm thinking tomorrow is the soonest I can find someone to take a look.
Tomorrow sounds good. How about everyone else? I would like everyone to be there, of course.
Valnur just sits silently.
Tomorrow sounds good to me.
Tomorrow around what time of day?
Let's say 2 hours after sunrise. I think that's fair. I think I can make that happen. We might, if we are a little late, I apologize in advance.
Then we'll be looking forward to your presence.
Outstanding. I cannot wait to come see. I am hoping that this place stays in some state of repair. But I am not going to hold my breath with how long it's been closed.
I understand. We will see you then.
I look forward to it. And he kind of like shows you the way back to the doors. And he says, "Please have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow."
Good day to you.
He bows and heads back to where he was.
Then when we get in kind of out of earshot of everybody, I'm like, what do you guys think?
Again,
Yeah,
Valnur just looks at him silently.
Valnur, you can speak now. Jeez.
Are you throwing tantrum? Actual tantrum.
No, he told me I couldn't talk.
Oh my gosh.
I meant that let me head the charge. I have a way with words.
Rot throws
You tend to rub people the wrong way.
Rot throws his feathers up in the air and walks away. Frustrated.
Well, that seemed a little tantrumous.
Well, I mean, if they're coming by, they're coming by. And
So,
they'll give a detailed list so you don't have to worry about where the money's going.
so we head back to Thing and go talk and wait for Carpenter because you said tonight and it's almost tonight.
Yes, we shall go talk to the carpenter and see what he thinks. And the thing is they're going to give us a quote based on what they think, and then I don't know what they're going to give to him. I would like to kind of see both sides of it. So when we get everything from the guild, then we'll have it in front of us. And I'm not very fond of people using people's services and not paying them correctly.
He did say it was going to be cheaper.
He said that, yes, but we will see. What people say and how it actually goes are two different things.
Yep.
And I am looking to maximize our gold that we put into this. Not just piss it into the wind.
Right, Valnur? Like spend on beers.
You like going drinking with me, don't lie.
I do, but I have monies.
Oh, God. Wow.
Oh, that was.
And on that note, I am going to start heading back to the house. To the manor.
Rot tries to pay for Valnur's drinks all the time, and he always gives the gold back.
Valnur knows he's an alcoholic, but he won't let anybody else support his poor decisions.
So, we're back. Are we assuming we're back here in the mansion? Troll Manor?
Would you like to be in the manor?
Well, we have to come back because we were expecting the carpenter to be there. Right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he is coming eventually. It just he isn't there yet.
Alright. So, Rot is walking around with a tape measure, measuring things. Just measuring things. Not writing anything down. Just measuring
Rod,
windows.
what are you doing?
trying to figure out how much materials need for curtains.
Or are you going to manufacture the curtains?
Rot could. Literally, all that he is doing is probably for nothing, but he's happy doing it.
As long as you have a good time, right?
If you could make something that is aesthetically sound, and we all agree upon it,
wait!
you can make the window. You can make the blinds.
What is you think Rot does? You think I'm just some dirty bird?
No, I never said that. I just don't want it to be all red everything.
But all red everything is best thing.
Listen, I want the customers to come in and not walk out being sensitive to the color red.
Everyone should be sensitive to the color red. It's the best color.
Red is a fine color, yes, indeed. But not everything needs to be red. Red can accent a lot of good things.
Rot pulls out.
But it doesn't have to be red everything.
Rot pulls out and shows Dalgon the very, very fine clothing that is covered in mud and completely destroyed from the adventure the day before. It's very clearly a nice, fine pair of clothing underneath, or just caked in disgusting mud. See? Rotters make beautiful clothes.
I will say that they are very, very good clothes. But let's
Very
not forget
fine
that
clothes.
red doesn't have to be in everything.
Agree to disagree.
Fine. Give me an example of something what you want to do with the blinds. And let everyone see.
Okay. Rot begins hanging the fine, muddy clothes, draping them really pretty against the windows. And
No.
like, obviously it looks, he's trying his best, but he doesn't have the proper materials. And he's just trying to kind of give you an example of how it would drape. Drape it like this. Very pretty.
I
Better
understand
material.
what drapes are, and that's fine. But give me a design of the drape. And please don't make it solid red.
Okay, we'll get back to you later. Gonna be solid red, though.
We shall see.
Maybe I will add accent color. Maybe. If good color. Red adjacent. Rot scurries off. And just sits in a corner.
As Rot is known to do. Is there anything you wish to accomplish before the carpenter arrives?
I mean, probably clean up the place a little bit, get rid of some of the just broken tables and stuff like that. Maybe pile them up somewhere where we can haul them away eventually.
Yeah,
You know, kind of make it easier for him to see all the stuff, you know, like not totally clean up the place, but make it look somewhat presentable for what it is.
Rot,
You certainly can. I know you guys have been working on it for like the last 24-ish hours since you got the place.
Yeah, pretty much. We're just gonna make sure that, you know, he can see everything and he can see what's, you know, the problems could be, like with the floors or anything else like that.
Rot is
he will probably help. Or yeah, you can easily do that.
Rot would like to look through the bar to see if there's anything in there, old drinks or whatever, just maybe something for Valnur.
Anything you find in there, you can certainly grab. There's like 3 bottles in total that aren't broken.
What are they?
You can't tell. They don't have labels anymore.
Okay.
Are they spoiled?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll probably have to figure that out.
Do you open the bottle?
I'm gonna open the bottle. I'll pull the 3 bottles out to set them on the bar, I'll open them up and take a whiff of them. Would I be able to smell if they're good or not? Open one of them.
They smell like vinegar.
Are they vinegar?
Do you taste?
Yes. I will. I'm a vulture. I will definitely be able to handle that.
Yeah, they taste like vinegar.
Okay.
If there was anything in here before, it is most certainly fermented into vinegar. It is what it is.
Okay. Well, I mean, so I kind of scooch the vinegar to the middle of the table and I go, probably for cleaning only. Would there be any other alcohol? Would we have found any other alcohol in this establishment?
No, not really.
Rock
Everything else
basement.
is everything else that has been discovered at this point is also sour.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all I need to know.
Well, hi, Tram. Welcome.
Yo.
Hey, can we do a little catch up?
Yeah,
Kinda
certainly.
What we do
take a break.
Mustard as well.
Yes. Can we take a little break and kind of just let Tram know what's going on, and can Tram join still?
Yeah, of course. We already talked about it.
Hello.
I see everybody has returned on the break time. Does that mean we're ready to get started? Perfect. So, you'll make it back. You're all back at the manor. I don't believe anybody said you had anything you wanted to do before the carpenter shows up. However, I'm going to ask again, just in case.
Okay.
Dinner and stuff like that, I guess, for some people.
That would make sense, yeah?
Sure. Are we supposed to be eating?
Technically, yes.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not super worried about it. I'm assuming, Tram, you're trying to get the first floor?
Yeah.
Over here. Yeah. Nope, yep, right there. Perfect. And then circle around the building, and you can get back inside. Tram has finally woken up for you guys as well. He'll join you for your evening meal. You can kind of collect whatever you want. Most places in the nearby areas, the Northward has their own like little markets and stuff.
Can I go to a
Nothing too
market and buy
crazy.
booze?
Most markets, or some areas in the markets, have wine that you can buy.
Okay.
Most food, like your day's worth of food, is about 2 silver pieces. But that's like all the food you would eat in a single day. So for dinner, say 1 silver piece each, and you can have your food. Valnur, what level of wine would you buy? Is the question.
The most expensive under a gold piece. So, like...
What, so 9 silver? It's like
Yeah.
your cap?
Yeah, 9 silver would be my cap.
You can buy some fairly cheap wine for about 5 or 6 silver pieces. 6 silver pieces.
How many pieces of silver are in an electrum? Or did I put this wrong?
We are not doing electrum.
So I probably put that in the wrong. Okay.
Okay, I'll convert one of my gold to silver, and I would have bought one wine for, like, 6 silver.
Yep, 1 bottle of wine is 6 silver pieces from this market.
Okay, so 6 gold, and then
I'm gonna go to a
4 silver.
tavern, and
Damn it!
who's got? So, what type of stuff can I take back to the manor? Looking for the most stout stuff I can find. And how much is it?
Are you looking? So you've got like ales and mashes are your primary source of alcoholic drinks. You can buy wine as well, but it's usually lower in alcohol content.
I
want the highest.
What's up?
I accidentally closed out, and now it says I can't click my character again.
What did you close? Like your character sheet?
I closed out of the entire thing, and I'm trying to relaunch into it.
Oh, okay.
Grayed out on the join session.
Correct, because it says you're still in here. All right, go ahead and refresh, and then it should let you log back in.
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Sorry. I hit
no worries.
fucking key, and then it was like, it all closed, and I was like, God damn it.
Because depending on how much it costs, I'm going to win a bet. I'm going to try to win a bet, I should say.
I never made you a bet. I just
The mashes are more expensive, but they are higher alcohol content.
Yes.
You're paying more, but you're getting more bang for your buck.
Right. How much for a couple of them?
Are you looking for like a whole bottle?
Yeah.
Okay, so a whole bottle, that's going to be a little bit more. Usually mash goes for like just under a silver a pop for a glass of it.
Mm-hmm.
A whole bottle's probably going to run you, I want to say 4 gold.
Ooh.
You have 4 gold? Why are we so poor?
Yes, I do.
You are brand new adventurers who just got thrown into the middle of some shit.
Okay.
Do they have any, do they have any half bottles? Been used, but
the guy sees you trying to get something strong. He's like, the cheapest thing he's got 2 gold pieces for a bottle. It's kind of like it's like a middle ground between an ale and a mash, but it's still going to give you something that'll kick you in the ass.
okay, I'll take it.
2 gold pieces and mildly strong ale. Or strong ale. You can just call it that.
No, just a bottle.
Can I just add? Well, I'm gonna drink the entire bottle of wine that I bought. So do I even need to add it to the inventory?
No, but you do need to deduct the
I already did.
currency. Then you're good to go. So you're gonna drink the whole bottle like on the way back to the manor?
I'll drink about half of it on the way back to the manor, and then the other half when I sit down.
Okay. I will need a constitution save from you, Valnur.
How do I do that?
So on your character sheet, go. You want to be on the cog, which is like your details page.
Thank you for the sub
the very
banner.
front page, and you're looking for saving throws on the right side.
Yeah, Constitution normal.
Yep. Unless you have something that gives you bonuses for any reason.
Being an alcoholic, give me a bonus.
No.
Okay, there you
go. Valnur, you are actually feeling it after that first bottle of wine.
I mean, he's like 2 feet high.
You
I'm
did.
4.
You just drank an entire bottle of wine in less than an hour. You're feeling it. You're not quite poisoned, but you're not feeling great. Or well, no, I should say right. You're not poisoned and you're feeling great.
Finally, fucking booze. We need to get this place up and running.
We don't need you drinking.
I don't need to hear you.
Supply.
I don't need to hear you. I don't need to hear your bullshit. I'm enjoying my wine. We need to get this place up and running. That's all I gotta say.
So you can be drunk all the time?
No. So I can drink with people all the time.
So you can be drunk all the time.
I will bring patrons. I know a lot of people that hang out in frequent bars.
But do they like you? That's the real question.
Did I ask? I don't really give a fuck if they do. Also, where the fuck have you been, Tram? We've been doing stuff all day. You want to talk about me being drunk? How about you sleeping through the entire day?
Let Tram nap. Naps are good.
Realistically, what you guys, like, you did your little morning run. You ran down to the trades ward, where the guild, the Fellowship of Innkeepers was. You talked to them. What's up?
Was Tram with us that whole time, or was he?
No.
Okay.
Tram was hanging out back in the manor. He did sleep in this morning.
Okay.
Tram, you probably actually had a good night's rest for once in your life. It's been a while since you had a place where you felt like you could actually like rest well.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like you felt like you were kind of safe for one. That might be a nice feeling. The rest of you were only gone for maybe a couple hours. Like we're talking 2 to 3 in total to get from here, meet everybody, get rid of the trades ward and back, because they were very efficient across the board. So you guys came back probably closer to noon. Tram was already there. You guys just been kind of hanging out up until getting ready for food. You could do anything you need to during the rest of the day before dinner time if you want. However, it didn't sound like anybody had anything, so I was just going to skip down to dinner and then post. You know?
That's fine.
I hear no objections. All right, so Tram, you can tell them if you'd like.
What, just the fact that this is the best night's sleep I've had in a long time?
If you want, they asked you what you were doing.
All right. Well, yeah, no, it's been the best night sleep I've had in a very, very, very long time.
Oh,
Something where I'm not sleeping on a ground.
Bert is jealous.
Serious question, right?
What?
Do you sleep in a nest?
Long ago, I used to sleep in a nest. The vultures that adopted me, they made a big one, and then I got bigger. And then they had to make a bigger one. And then I got bigger, and they had to make a bigger one, and they stayed the same size. And then I realized, Rot not a vulture. Oh, well, Rot a kind of vulture, but not the same kind of vulture as those vultures. Those were regular vultures. Rot is a different kind of bird. So, in conclusion, I used to. Now I sleep on finest of red materials.
Rot, why red?
Red is the color of power. Red is the color of blood. Red is the color of beauty. Why not red? Can't argue.
Red just kind of stands out, that's all.
Oh. Well, nothing I could do about that. How long before, does anybody else have anything else going on before the carpenter arrives? Oh, Mr. Tram, a carpenter is coming. Coming to appraise this shithole.
Good, maybe he can fix the squeaky floors upstairs.
Oh. What do you think of red curtains?
I mean, anything of color is better than what's in here now.
Thank you! See? Red curtains it is!
Not all red, Rot.
Party pooper.
I don't think we have anything else.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Anybody?
Well,
No,
Now the rodent
Valnur's
is
just sitting at
drunk.
the bar enjoying his buzz.
okay. So, eventually later on, you do hear a knock from the front door as the night progresses.
All right, I
That's
go
what
and
it
I
is.
answer the door. Do, 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 do.
I
Ah,
got
Ellie,
this.
come in.
He will enter into the building. As you can see, I even found his proper token. Took me a minute of searching, but I did. Tally
Okay.
comes in and he's like, thank you for welcoming me in. I did a quick little walk around outside. Externally, I don't see too many issues so far, but I'm more worried about the inside than anything else.
Of course.
And he kind of like looks around at the walls and stuff. He's like, and it seems my concerns may have been warranted.
Understandable.
Please, it looks like you were having the remnants of a meal. I will go ahead and just walk around this first floor, and I'll come back to you when it's time to go up to the next.
Of course.
Sees
Sound good?
Valnur trying to shake every last drop out of a wine bottle over his mouth.
So he, unless you guys have anything specific you want to say to him, he just kind of does like a little walk around.
Have a
He
question.
does go. Oh yeah. Yep.
What do
Yes.
you think of the color red?
Of the color red? Well, I think it's like a lovely accent color, you know, something to make it really pop.
Accent color. It's best color. It's only color.
I think it's unfair to say that any color is the best color. But I'm not an interior decorator. I'm a carpenter. I work with wood, so
Is there red wood?
yes. There are woods that have red hues. There are woods that have yellow hues. Most
Everyone,
variations of color have some form.
everyone, can we get red wood too?
Rot.
Oh.
Probably
Okay.
expensive.
Okay.
Not read everything.
Brett goes back to measuring nothing.
So he kind of just does his little once over. As he comes back to you, he's like, I see, this ground floor is going to need quite some more. Do you happen to have a cellar that we need to be aware of?
Yes, we do. Down this way.
There we go. He kind of looks around and he's like, wow. It doesn't look as though the stone has too many issues, but I'm no mason, so you might want to get someone to look at that just to make sure. As for the rest of it, and he like he even goes back into the corner. He looks around and he's like, I'm not really seeing much that I can do down here, but having a full stone for your basement or your cellar is wise. That way you don't have to worry about the integrity of wood decaying over time.
Good.
I'm not going to make you have to like walk with him all around the upper floors.
All right.
But he'll meet you all back here after some time passes, probably about an hour or so of him just kind of walking and examining, since this is a relatively large place. So about an hour passes, he comes back down to you all. Well, I can't say for certain how much it would cost. It's going to be quite a bit. I'm thinking. He like pauses for a moment as he kind of like looks around. A private contract for this probably would work around 800-ish gold for the whole there. But that's just from the carpentry aspect. That's nothing else. But which, to be fair, your building is mostly made of wood, so it would be most of the wood. I recognize that's a hefty amount, so I'll let you think on that.
Now, remember though, I mean, we will point people in your direction. I mean, hopefully you can see that a better deal would be beneficial for both of us. Because I would send them to you personally. Try our persuasion.
Yeah, go for it. You may try to persuade him. That is an nat 20, I won't lie. That's pretty good. He's like stops and kind of strokes what little bit of facial hair he's. I need to make a profit anyway, right?
Of course.
But if I'm smart about it, I could probably get all the wood needed to replace the hands that I would need for this. I could probably swing it for ballpark 650, maybe 700 gold. But it might take a little longer because I do have to find the right people and the still good quality wood on the low.
Of course. I want everybody here to make money. That's the goal in all this, right? Businesses.
Exactly. I could probably get it. I don't know if I can do as low as 650, but I can try. I can certainly try. Just let me know if that's the route you want to go, or if you need some time to kind of get that together.
Well, I'm sure we're gonna need some time to get that together. I'm not sure how loans around here work too well. I'll have to look into that a little bit.
I understand. The bank is probably a good place to start.
Side question.
Of course.
Would Rot know
Yeah,
how to get a loan, considering he had a business here before?
I mean, do you think Rot would know how to get a loan? Do you think Rot was able to get one from a bank originally, or do you think Rot maybe inherited it, or some other situation?
I don't know. That's kind of hard. I would say probably bank more than anything else, because Rot came from nothing.
Gotcha. So, if Rot got a loan from a bank, however, Rot is a failed merchant, does that mean Rot paid off his loan?
That's a good question. I have no idea where I would even start with that.
Just things for you to think on.
Yeah, think about it.
Take a moment, go over it in your head. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, Tally over here is going to make his way out.
Actually, no. Rot, I mean, he would have probably lost the money and been living on the street for a while. That's probably why he met Valnur, realistically. So no, he wouldn't.
So he would not have repaid the loan.
No,
which means,
so. Which is why his business.
If Rot was fair, so that means that if Rot was smart enough to get a loan, but wasn't able to pay it back, Rot knows that he probably shouldn't put his name out there as
Right.
one of the proprietors on the loan.
Right. Right. Okay.
I think Rot is smart enough to know that much.
Yeah.
You could certainly help. You just maybe don't put your name on that specific loan.
Right. All right. I just wanted to kind of cover that because I wasn't sure if that affected anything.
I get you. Oh wow, I just know Rot would definitely know this information. I mean, look at his stat. Jeez.
Which one?
Intelligence.
Oh yeah, he's hold on. Where is it at?
I mean, you can roleplay your character dumb even if you have a high intelligence, obviously.
Well,
It's more or less your innate ability to learn.
yeah, he can. Yeah, he's just not a very. Yeah.
My intelligence is -1. I know it's 8 with a -1 on it.
Damn.
Yeah, which means,
can I offer you a rip?
That's good. Mine's the same. Intelligence is a dump stat.
I mean, hey, when you're playing with characters you guys are playing, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Actually, wait, Valnur, what are you? Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Rod is intelligent in other ways. He has moments. He's like a goldfish, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Goldfish
I get you.
are smart in that moment, and then they forget. That's all.
How did Tick leave? Damn it.
Tally, yes.
I didn't even know we left. I would have said goodbye.
Yeah.
You did. He said he's gonna let you guys think it over, and he wished you a good night.
Out.
Oh. I didn't even hear that.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. It may have cut out on my side. Things are being weird. I'm just kind of hoping it stays good. Yeah, Tally. I mean, if you want to say something before he leaves, he would have said he's gonna give you some time to think it over. You know where he is, so he's not going anywhere.
And then I would have said bye, Tick.
So I at least got a number to go with. Now let's see what the guild does in the morning.
Yeah. Everybody who paid attention to Tally would know that when he was called Tick again by Valnur, he just rolls his eyes as he walks out.
Don't mind my friend. I apologize on his behalf.
Don't apologize for the rodent.
You keep calling me a fucking rodent, we're gonna have a problem.
I mean, you look like a rabbit, and
I
a
like
rabbit is a
Everyone
rodent.
calm.
I like my friend, but I'm sure you'll be delicious. Don't want you to die very soon, though.
But calling me a fucking rodent.
So I guess the only thing we do, wait for morning. I mean, we can have this, and then actually, do I notice that Valnur's ever come down from his little drunkenness state?
I still have a buzz,
Uh,
probably.
That's up to Valnur. He had a pretty decent buzz going when he drank that bottle, but that was like, before dinner.
I pull out the bottle that I bought and I put it on the counter.
Valnur, that is some decent looking well,
What
you're not really
you
sure what
like?
it is exactly, but it looks good.
What'd you say?
What you doing with that?
I don't know. Probably about to have a drink. I don't know if you can handle it though.
Kid, you just watched me down a bottle of wine, and I was still standing and fucking walking around.
A bottle of wine, is that it?
It was in less than an hour, and it's all I wanted to spend money on.
I go ahead and I take some glasses and for the
Oh, wait,
most of the
is
way
my
up to the
goblet
top.
done? Wait, before you pour that, I want to find out if my goblet's done.
Yeah, you already paid for it. You could have. You don't have to go outside. It's okay.
You gonna give me my goblet then? Then I would have picked it
Yeah,
up
you can.
when I went to the market.
You would have picked it up on the way back from the market because it would have
Okay.
been easier to carry that way.
Pour
So you
it in
do, in
my
fact, have a goblet.
pour it in my tree goblet.
It looks very much like a tree, but he did a very good job making sure that the rim is very even.
Are you sure you want this phone, or you may
Yes.
pass out right
Yes.
here?
Die
Yes.
or pass out?
Maybe both.
I say you do it.
Yes.
I go ahead and pour us equal amounts. One in his goblet and one on a glass of mine. Cheers. And I just shoot back the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that these glasses you guys are using, you probably pour the equivalent of like probably 3 or 4 shots worth of alcohol from it. That way you're not like, going crazy, but you're certainly not playing around.
And then I also go ahead and pour another glass after I shoot that back.
Offer me another one.
You want another one?
Yes.
Did you already drink all yours?
Yes.
I go ahead and pour him another one, and pour me another one. I shoot mine back
at the
again.
Exact same time as him.
Oh, so you're keeping pace with Dalgon.
Yeah.
Cool. The door's just closed. You gotta open it, Chrasoe. Valnur, make me a Constitution save again.
Oh boy.
Valnur, you're feeling that. That second glass is warm.
I go ahead and pour me a third.
Are you gonna offer me a third or what the fuck?
I give you a third.
You're about halfway through the bottle at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know that if you each take 3 more apiece, you will be out of alcohol. Both of you need to make me Constitution saves now.
Let's see here.
Okay, you're feeling just fine. Valnur, on the other hand, you're not feeling just fine. You are certainly starting to feel the effects of the alcohol as you are just, downing this.
I slur my words and set my cup back down. Pour me another one.
I go ahead and pour myself another one, and pour him another one.
And then I shoot that back.
Certainly. Valnur, at this point, you are under the poisoned condition.
That
What?
tracks. Honestly, not even gonna lie. That definitely tracks.
Between the bottle of wine that you drank earlier, and you are now shooting with Dalgon, who is got a bit higher of a constitution than you do.
And also,
Why,
I got another advantage too, but that's the reason why I rolled advantage.
Well,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
I did warn you. I said you were too small
Okay.
and he was too large.
This is good time, Rot. It's a good time.
I warned you.
Go ahead
I always
and
warn
both of
you.
roll the constitution again, please.
Oh, I'm fucked on that roll. I'm so fucked on that roll. I'm so fucked on that roll. Oh,
Well,
shit.
good news is I can't give you poison twice.
Can I eat him?
Oh, we're not there yet.
Ah.
Dalgon, you are now feeling the effects of the alcohol at this point. Like, you're getting close to, you're going to be sick soon. Valnur, you are well past, I'm going to be sick soon.
I go ahead and pour myself another.
And I just hold my cup up. I don't even say anything. I just hold the cup up.
Pour him another.
All right, Constitution saves.
And I go to
You're
drink it, and it some of it lands in the mouth, but some of it just completely misses.
Okay. Valnur, roll me a deuce. Can you type into the chat /R space D2 and send that? Cool, that's what I needed to know. Dalgon, You are, again, you're very much, you could tell you're kind of at your limit of the alcohol. Valnur, you slam it back, that last drink, you spill some of it on yourself. Throwing your head back in that process of this, you see like your vision start to like go fuzzy. And then Valnur, you fall out of your chair. Valnur, I am sorry to say, but you are currently taking a nap.
Rot goes and picks up his friend. Where do I put?
Wherever he sleeps, I don't know. A hole? Rabbit hole?
Rot would know
no
where
idea.
Valnur sleeps, right? So I would let me take Valnur to his wherever. Where does Valnur sleep? Where did he sleep the night before?
I kind of make claim to the room on the second floor, right where, yeah, that one.
How do I get up
think
there?
he claims the, you'll have to go around. Don't worry too much about moving the token.
Okay.
It's okay.
So just assume
but
that I take him
that room right
upstairs
there.
and I tucked him in.
Rot, you've seen him drink that much before. You know laying him on his left side is a good call.
Okay.
He should not be laying on his back or his stomach.
I
In
laid
fairness,
him on the correct side.
in fairness to Valnur, I drank a bottle of wine and then shot with Dalgon, so I feel like I kept up pretty well.
No. No, you didn't.
If you reached your limit, well, Valnur also drank a bottle of wine and then shot with you.
No.
And if Valnur wants to perceive that he was winning,
That's
then
that's
he
totally
certainly
what he's gonna do.
can.
That's 100% what he's gonna do. He's
Would
just
you-
gonna.
I'll go ahead
Would you
and
like
take another
the
shot.
mechanics?
Just to go ahead and make sure that, things are fair.
Okay. Go for it.
All right.
You are drinking half of what's left in this shot, just so you know.
Yeah.
And you feel fine. You are not feeling the effects of that specific drink. You are certainly feeling it. I would certainly say at this point you
Just so I can do it right in
Or
front of
just
everybody
work.
else.
mechanically you're not poisoned. In roleplay, you are certainly drunk at this point. Valnur just passed out first. That's all. Valnur, probably will
would you
wake up.
say an extra shot of that would be more than the wine that he took? Since he drank wine.
Mechanically, I'm going to tell you right now, the wine that Valnur drank was a few hours ago at this point. I don't think it made a big difference.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's just how he's
I was not calculating the wine that you drink into this drinking contest. From a mechanic standpoint. That is your interpretation. If you think that glass of concentrated liquor is strong enough to equate one bottle of wine.
I didn't realize we were gonna have a super vodka contest.
Yeah, that's basically what you just witnessed. Except that the super vodka is a very specific dwarven ale. However, good luck. It's expensive. Like I said, a single glass is 10 gold.
Yes, I know. It's expensive.
You'll make money later, don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, money will not be a problem later.
Good, because right now we're really fucking poor, and it is hard.
You are. That is sort of the point of the module. Is you're supposed to be struggling. You're brand new to the adventuring scene,
Right.
to some degree, obviously. But you're level 1 adventurers, and you just accidentally lead your way into a house. You understandably, you kind of don't have a ton of money to fix this place up with.
So Rod comes back downstairs, and he goes, "I told him so. I told him.
And as you come back downstairs, you see me put down the glass from my last shot.
And I shake my head and I go, "I told him. Too small. Thinks he's an orc. Thinks he's a troll. Thinks he's a big. What's another big thing? Thinks he's a big thing." And then I sit back down at the bar.
Valnur also would count it as a win because he got to drink somebody else's booze and didn't have to pay for it.
I mean, that's pretty good.
There you go. That's the win.
Yeah. He convinced somebody to get him so fucking drunk that he passed out. Like,
That's a good win.
that's a fucking win on his scale.
Dalgon proved his point, and Valnur got to drink. I think it's a good night.
Yeah, fuck.
Valnur, you unfortunately will not be awake in time to be a part of the person coming through checking the building in the morning. You will, in fact, be asleep
That
for
tracks.
a while.
That tracks.
It is not a good sleep.
No, they never
It is-
are.
It's not a
They
good
never are. They never are.
Good news is the goblet that you've been drinking out of, your chalice, it's not damaged from when you fell. It was
There's a reason I got a metal fucking chalice. I'm not dumb.
It's-
I've been around the block a couple times.
it's very finely made, actually. In fact, it took a hit on the floor pretty well. It got like a tiniest of scuff marks on.
He broke it in.
Exactly. But is there anything anyone wants to do for the rest of the night, or are we just enjoying the fact that we got to watch a drinking contest?
I think we're all just kind of enjoying the fact that we got to watch a drinking contest.
It's a good way to be.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thyvir, anything for you?
No, drink got us nice.
Just having fun watching the show. I respect it.
That's what Thyvir does.
Hey, it's a good way to be, you know?
Low key, add a character. I have a huge poison resistance.
Oh. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
That's why I was rolling advantage on all of them.
Oh, that makes sense. Fun.
yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Regardless, you always wake up in the morning. You said 2 hours after sunrise. It's up to you to decide what time you actually wake up.
I'll wake up at
Also,
sunrise.
Yeah.
Kind of do my morning routine, just going out and stretching and
I'm
running a little bit.
kind of a bird folk, and we know how birds are. They wake up before the sun comes up, so I'm just gonna go with that for my guy. He's gonna just be awake.
All right, sounds good.
Because technically, I don't sleep either. I mean, but nobody knows that.
All right. Yeah,
Fair enough.
we'll be up. I don't know if anybody else is getting up. Ooh, is anybody else getting up?
Yeah, I'd be up.
Okay. Well, I guess
Yeah,
Tram.
for a while.
Okay. Guess no one sleeps.
Let's see.
Well,
What's the day we
Valnur's just knocked the fuck out.
Valnur's gonna be asleep forever. During this time, Rot would have gone and checked on him a couple of times to make sure he wasn't dead.
Gotcha.
Rot's been around the block a few times with Valnur and his drinking habits, so...
Yeah, but
I would say then, Rot, to kind of put his head towards the edge of the bed that he's sleeping on.
yeah, Rot's just hoping one of these days he's gonna end up dead, so he's gonna have a meal.
Goddamn. Okay.
They're friends,
dark as
but like
shit.
Rot also has
Valnur's also aware of that's Rot's end goal.
End game.
You need not worry, Rot. I know you want to eat me. I'm still your friend.
I'm just marinating my meat before it's...
Yeah, right. In alcohol.
Yeah.
God. All right. So, it's the next day. Is there anything anyone wants to do in the morning, first thing, other than Valnur, before the contractor shows up from the innkeepers?
Yes, I do my morning stuff, but I know I'm keeping track of time to be sure that I'm inside by the time they get here.
Yeah, certainly.
Kind of doing, he grew up a soldier, so, farmer to soldier, so he, still does his morning stuff, run around and stuff like that.
I get you. The only other person I could think, because I've got Rot, Dalgon Good, Tram, and Thyvir. What are you guys doing in the morning?
I just do equipment checks. make sure everything's in working order.
Okay. And you, Thyvir?
I don't really have a morning routine.
You just kind of hang up, wake up, words are hard, and hang out.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Too easy. Yeah, so you guys are able to get through your morning routine and hanging out for those of you who don't have the routine. Before you hear a knock on your door. And I don't have tokens this time around, but that's okay. Because it's again, pretty simple. It's going to be 2 people for whoever answers the door. And outside is going to be a insert generic contractor here. And Broxley Fairkettle has personally showed up to help and answer any questions you guys might have while the contractor is doing his initial estimate for all the work that needs to happen. If you don't have any questions, that's perfectly all right too. No worries.
Yeah, as I was saying, I don't have any. Yeah. Anybody?
No, I'm good until they show up.
Oh, they're here.
Okay, well, they're here then. I'll go open up the door and let them in.
Yeah, like I said, it's insert random contractor here, and Broxley Fairkettle has personally showed up. They'll come in, the contractor will start getting to work, and Broxley tells you that if you have any questions, now is the best time to ask because he's right here in your guys' place. Once the contractor's finished, he'll come back and give everybody the estimate. And then Broxley will fill you in on anything else that needs to happen.
I mean, right now we're just looking to get the structure settled, and we can kind of look at tables and things like that, and figure out what we want to do there to what kind of aesthetic we're going for. You know what I mean?
You mean red static?
No.
I will convince you.
No.
Red static all the way.
Not everything can be red, right?
Says you.
You're not even all red.
I'm close to red.
Close, but not everything.
Ugh. So, this is the moment which you did not know this before, but Rot pulls out a tiny pouch out of his bag, and it is filled with red dust that he proceeds to dust himself with, because he is a vulture of a specific type that they dust themselves with red dust to make themselves look more red than they actually are. So he basically reapplies his red makeup.
Don't make a mess on the floor.
Ah, don't tell me what to do.
Ah.
Would I check on Valnur or no?
You can check on Valnur. He is sleeping as soundly as a drunk man can.
Alright.
There may or may not be pools of vomit on the floor if you laid his head over the bed. That's up to you to figure out.
Yes, I would have, because I would have known him.
Mm-hmm. So, the contractor goes through and does his thing. Proxy just kind of hangs out in the lower half and giving little bits of information about how he thinks it should be run. Leaves it open to interpretation for you guys. If anybody wants to talk about it, he'll give his own advice. If nobody wants to talk about it, he'll also talk about his life and how he is grateful for a chance to kind of get away. His kids are driving him crazy.
I'll take the ideas about the way that a tavern should be ran, just to kind of get an idea.
Yeah, he gives you just kind of like tips and tricks on the best practices of taverns and his experience. Nothing like obviously is set in stone, but you just make sure you charge this amount for this type of service you provide. You don't want to undercut yourself.
Of course.
Things like that. Otherwise, eventually the contractor comes back. Him and Broxley sit down. They kind of talk it out. You can tell that the contractor is slightly frustrated by the end of the conversation, but well. Before the contractor goes on his way, and Broxley approaches you all. He says, "Thank you so much for your patience."
Of course.
So, I spoke with the contractor, and we've come up with an approximation of what I believe to be fair to you to renovate the place top to bottom, as well as everything you need to do if you were interested in getting with the in with the guilds, with us as the Fellowship of Innkeepers. What we would do is we would provide all of the behind the scenes work, so to speak. We make the deals with the butchers, with the brewmasters, everything. The total renovations for this place is going to be a relatively hefty amount. We're looking at around 1,000 gold pieces. But we could have it done in approximately 12 days to have it opened up.
To break that down, I mean, just to get me a better idea, I know that there's a lot of wood here. I know that there's some stonework. Can you break that down into like how much carpentry is going to be done, how much wood, or how much stonework, how much metal work?
Certainly. Because of the residents of your alleyway that are, that are skilled in some of these, we would be using their labor for it. Not for the stonemasonry. We would need to bring somebody else in for that, which
Of course
is part of why it's as high as it is. However, part of the reason why it's as low as it is for the amount of work here is because you have a carpenter 3 doors down, so to speak. And he kind of like breaks it down. The carpentry side of it is probably, because it's most of the building is the wood, it's going to be most of the expense is to the wood, which is about 700 gold.
Okay.
And then he goes on to talk about the stonemasons and then all the other shit they would take, because that's 700 gold just for the wood to renovate the tavern, but that includes walls, foundation, and furniture.
Okay. And then now what else is included in the 300? Because he was talking about the butchers and stuff like that. Like
Yes.
what comes with that department?
So the other 300 is basically split between Sellers and Plumbers Guild, the Launderers Guild to provide clean linen, bed sheets, linens, things, anything you would need that is fabric. They would provide. The Dung Sweeper and Loyal Order of Street Laborers would come through and make sure the area stays clean around the building. Guild of Butchers provides meat. The Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers provides, your ales and wines and such. There's a Baker's Guild that would be in there. He's just going.
What would be the upkeep after that for the other services that would be ongoing?
The biggest thing is you're looking at between 50 and 60 golds every 10 day or so, just to keep your any maintenance that needs to be done around the building to keep it up in shape, and that's including wages for hirelings, which we would make sure we vet and provide for you, and that would also include the fee for the other guild expenses that have to happen, which is the transportation costs, things of that nature. but that's kind of your upkeep that you would have to deal with more regularly. It's just that big expense at the beginning. Is just a flat 1,000 to renovate the place, and then to get in with the guild with all the licenses, and also so we can get the contracts in place, we would add 200 to that total.
50 months.
Essentially giving
Thank
you
you
a
so
loan
much.
of 1,200 gold pieces.
How are you?
But then in 12 days, we could have this tavern up and running for
Sorry,
you,
I'm kinda
and then from
distracted
there,
right
you
How are
could
you?
begin marketing
You still
yourself to
here?
the public. With a name like the Troll Skull Tavern, it is very well known, and many people, I'm certain, would be very interested to see it open and come to visit. We also would not require payment right away, just so you don't have to freak out over that. We would give you guys 10 days to start turning a profit before we would come looking for anything.
All right. Well, let me talk it over with everybody here, and we will get back with you very shortly.
Certainly. I can either return here at a predetermined time, or you can come visit me in the trades ward.
We'll come visit you.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you again for allowing this opportunity, and remember, this was at no cost to you today.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Of course. And he'll bow low and then start making his way out of the building.
Inform me. I can't remember what is a 10-day? Is that a month?
A 10-day is what it sounds like. 10 days. Each month is 30
10
days
day.
long. Yep. Basically, a 10 day is their week, and each of their months is 3 10 days.
Sorry,
long.
Bromapar. Yeah, we're on our
right.
session 4 of
Oh,
our
well, shit. I guess I should ask what the
community D&D
what the
that we
payment
had
would be.
started through our roleplay server.
every
And this is the
like,
first time I've actually
how much they
streamed
would
it.
require us to pay every time.
Other people have streamed
I guess
it,
that would
and
probably
I've
be in
shared it
this
a few
bid, right?
times, but this is the first time I'm streaming it. I
I
wanted
can
to
do the
stream,
math for you.
just in case something
You'll
funny
have to give me a
happened.
second for that.
Math.
And how much the total loan payoff would be in the end.
There is a very particular reason why I ask you to math things for me. And this right now is just proving that point.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not going to wind up paying $4,000 in the end.
So realistically, you can do it either per 10 day or per month, whichever you prefer. If it's every 10 day, it's on the first day of the next 10 day. If it's per month, then it's the first day of the month that they'll come around to collect. If you want to see a calendar, I don't know if it's on the left side of the screen. Actually, I can just look at VK's. VK, can you click the little bookmark that is on the far left side of your screen, underneath the pen or pencil? It's near the.
Is it... Oh. That's a. Which one?
It looks like a little bookmark. When you hover over it, it says journal notes.
I
Yeah.
found it.
In there, you should see a thing that says SC, which is
It's not-
simple calendar.
Opening up. Oh, I see.
I had to reload because I can't see your screen right now. It's currently being weird for me.
There.
Yep, so you want to click SC for Simple Calendar, and that should open up a calendar for you. For all of you, you should see that we are currently on the 24th day of, I believe that's pronounced Elint. Funnily enough, that actually is the wrong year. I just noticed that. It should be 92, not 95. There we go.
Took us 3 years to get this appraisal. Oh,
That's how construction works, duh.
There we go.
True.
The current day is the 24th of Elint in 1942 DR.
You mean 1492?
Yes, that is exactly what I said, and no variance whatsoever, I'm certain. I definitely didn't fuck up my words, that's fine. I don't really use the time mechanic on this, I just use it for the dates as a heads up.
right.
That is where we are, the 24th.
So what would be? Did you say what the 10-day every payment would be?
No, because the 10-day equals out at about 33.3 gold pieces.
So 34 gold pieces. Every 10 days.
Essentially. Would be every 10 day. Or you could do at the month, which is actually easier math, which is 100 gold pieces a month.
100 gold pieces a month.
Mm-hmm.
And how many payments?
It would be a total of 12 payments.
Oh, so there's no interest. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
trying to
there's so
figure out
much
there.
math happening.
Welcome to D&D.
Jeez.
I mean, that doesn't sound bad. We just have to figure out what the upkeep is after that for keeping our suppliers to keep supplying.
Oh, he told you that. That was that 50-60 gold that I mentioned before.
Was that every 10 day or is that every month?
That's every 10 day. But that's how it works mechanically. It's already built into your business expenses. So you basically won't ever really see that as an issue. It's the one-time expense that's the difficult part.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess I've been proven wrong. Maybe it is the best way to go. We don't have to worry about getting into a bank and getting any sort of loan from them. They take care of everything. So maybe that is the best way to go.
In your experience, oh no, Dalgon, you don't remember much. Rot. In your experience, you know that they usually try to do good deals for the people because they want the people to stay with them, because they know they'll make more money in the long run that way. However, this is a really nice deal. Like, this is better than most people see,
Okay.
because
do I need to...
you would recognize that because you've gone through the same process.
I think something's wrong. Slightly. Something might be weird. It's a good
Bad
deal.
weird or good weird? Good?
Weird. It's very good deal for what this is. Rot did not get such a good deal. This is bigger place than Rot's place. Why deal so good deal?
Well, it might be because they want to keep people in this area.
We
this
need to
area
be
is kinda-
very careful.
Of course. I mean, I'm not gonna let us get screwed over by any means.
Still, it's a very good deal. Very unusually good deal. Is Valnur still out?
By the time he's heading out, Valnur would be waking up. Valnur, you have a wicked headache right now. You know you need water.
think I have water.
Okay.
Let's see. I have some holy water.
This man's he's about to get right with his god real quick.
You don't think holy water would do enough to help you. You probably just need regular ass water and to drink a lot of it.
Ass water.
I have two
Yeah,
different
he needs ass
assets
water.
and a water skin, so do you think I could just drink from my water skin?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, then I
Oh.
walk through the front door just like drinking from my water skin.
How you feeling?
Fucking fantastic.
That's a lie.
Well, I got
How much did you throw up?
A lot? A lot?
No, he's talking to me, not you.
I saw it! It's everywhere! I pushed you over side of bed. Who you think take care of you? Rot? Rot take care of you.
I appreciate it.
I am not on your foot a little bit.
Shh. Doesn't need to know that.
I can feel it, Rot. Like Valnur's like eyes are like squinting because it's like bright.
Alright, sounds like we need to open up all the windows.
This isn't my first rodeo.
Is not?
Where's the
Came and went.
Oh shit, eh?
You just slept through everything.
Yeah. Well, what's the price?
1,200
Too good to be
for
true?
everything. Well, it seems like it's too good to be true deal.
That sounds like what they pay to fucking fix something in the bottom district. Isn't this place supposed to be the high-end one?
You are on the North Pole. And there's some pretty expensive places out here.
What do you think that would take this? How much did they say this property was worth when we got it?
Like 2,000 or something? Not a lot.
Or
Or was it more than
the
that?
market value of this house in its current state was like 2,000 gold. And
What do
it
you
is
think it would jump to after we get all the renovations done?
a working tavern with a manor above it.
Yeah.
That's a lot. that's a little bit more than 2k golds, let me tell you.
Well, of course, but I meant like
If
based on
you
market
had-
value of it was when it was actually running. Like, if it was in perfect condition, what would it sell for?
More than 4,000.
All right, so it's a good investment. Either way.
We could talk to Private Eye. If the deal seems too good to be true, then Private Guy can look into why the deal's so good.
How is your brain work? How is your brain work right now? No way you just came up with that idea.
Well, I remember Flash and Splash were talking about him being
Why
good.
did I? Should we do that?
I don't see why not. Just as long as it doesn't cost us a ton of money.
I have some gold, not a lot. What was our gold?
We have 16 gold.
As a group.
Yeah, and then 82 silver
Oh,
and
comrade
250 copper.
Okay. I have little more gold to donate if need. Not a lot. 19 gold! It's what Rot has.
I can give 3.
So if we need help, maybe they can help? Anyone?
I said I can give 3. Where's
Well,
my
let's see how much it might cost first, because we might be able to take it out of the party fund or the group funds
Do we need go talk to
if everybody agrees.
Woodworker and the fancy man?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they have a good connection on getting good wood, but that's probably where, the differences may lie.
What the fuck? Why am I on the roof?
He was talking about doing it for $650, yet he'd have to try hard to get to that point. At first, he came up with 800.
That is just the wood.
I know.
Let's not even factor in the fact that we need to get supplies for food, drink, linens.
Well, they said they'd handle most of that.
Well, Tally also mentioned he'd have to get other hands to help him work to do the labor.
Yeah. And it would take it considerably longer.
Right.
And they said they can get this done in 12 days.
12 days, and they're still probably going to use Tally.
I mean, as long as he's getting paid well.
Hope so.
Well, entirely up to you what you want to do next. You've been given information. You can discuss at your leisure.
Does everybody want to get the private eye involved to figure out why? My only thought process is this is a popular area with nothing to show for it. There's no tavern around here.
Right.
Except for the one over there that's closed down half the time. That nobody goes to.
The guy did mention that there wasn't really any, there wasn't good taverns. And he emphasized good taverns.
Well, we could find out how much the private eye costs, and then to make the decision from there.
Well,
It's not so bad.
The guy that we were talking about decided to go against the grain and not use the skills of the guilds.
Right, which
Maybe we should talk to him too and figure out why he did that. Maybe he has some knowledge.
Maybe we could talk to
in the past.
Let's go talk to the woodworker and the other guy first. The other two. The elementals.
Sounds good.
Does anybody know where my chalice went?
Rot slides it over to Valnur.
It would make sense if Rob picks it up.
Got lucky. Barely broken in.
Thanks. I'm gonna add the chalice to my...
Yeah, go for it. So you guys are heading back out into the alley?
Yes. Oh, I have
Activate
to
that
undo
scene
my...
for you.
Do I have to do my... Oh, it's my token controls. Got it, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go to... Do we want to go to Woodworker or the other two first?
Splash and flash.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll let... I almost want to let you guys lead.
Give me just a second before you open any doors, okay?
Okay.
Opening a door.
Chalice. It's fine.
He didn't have any of them locked earlier. He's like, oops.
Yeah, I just walked into the private eye office.
Yeah, sorry, the private eye was supposed to be locked. That's about it. That was the only one that was weird.
So the woodworker's right where I'm standing. Are we gonna go to the metalsmiths first, or?
Let's hear from the guys first. Yeah.
Splash and...
Oh, right. I updated tokens, so we are good so far. I'll fix the other couple tokens that I don't have set up proper yet in a few minutes, so you're good. You come in and you see that Embrick is currently over the fire, and Avi is actually on the other side, currently manipulating water.
Flash and flash! Ouch. That hurt.
Embrick turns to you.
Told you so.
Ah, welcome back.
He can smell the just booze out of Valnur's pores because he's like right in front of him.
Yeah, he's not acknowledging it. But you do see like the air in front of you occasionally, like you see a flash of light.
Because it's just fucking lighting up the alcohol that's pouring out of my pores.
And he's like, he just kind of like looks you up and down real fast with his, what can I do for you?
That chalice was fantastic. I think they have something they need to talk to you about, though. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I'm glad it lived up to your expectations. Yes, the rest of you. What can I help you with?
So, doing a little bit of talking and trying to figure out why is there a reason why they would be the guild would be so cheap to work in this area?
In this area? Not really. I mean, it's fair prices, but I wouldn't say cheap out here.
It's like cheap, according to Rot.
Oh. Interesting. Like, how much are you thinking that you have to work with? I mean, like...
Tell us what you think the average price would be.
Yeah, I mean, if you would come look at it and tell us what you think the guild would quote us, then we'll talk.
I mean, I've seen it from the outside. It's pretty beat up. But if you want me to go take a look, I will. Avi. What do you want? I need you to keep an eye on the place for a few minutes while I go take a look at something. Yeah, I gotcha. Just make it quick, okay? We are on a timetable. He goes, I gotcha.
To splash, and I'm like, do you have any water?
Avi, the water genasi in front of a barrel of water is just like turns their head to look at you. You see in their hands a glowing sword as they dunk the sword in the water.
I hold out my cup.
And he goes,
Give me some
no,
water.
I don't have any water for you because this water's for weapons and armor.
Can I just steal a little bit?
I don't think that's safe. Why don't you get water from your place? You own a place here, don't you? I think that's what Embrick said.
We even have running water?
Eh.
It's just like...
So if you say that as you're walking away,
Yeah.
he's like, why not the well?
I don't know where the fucking well is.
As you are well outside the building at this point, so he can't talk to you anymore. He's like, oh, okay. He just kind of looks at the other ones in the room. He's like, so well on the west side of the alley if he needs water. Yeah, I kind of try to avoid it, says Embrick. Me and water don't really go well together. You see what I did there?
Oh, Bromopart, thank you so much for the cheers.
Show me your place.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
I'm actually gonna leave Embrick in the building if that's fine with y'all.
That's fine.
But he'll follow you over. He'll look around. He's like, God damn, it's a big place. He'll spend quite a bit of time kind of looking around, more than the few minutes he told Avi. So you're sure that'll probably be a problem later, but he doesn't seem too worried. I've locked up the doors. You cannot open them. I don't
Been
feel like
locked out. They done repossessed their shit.
I don't feel like they
I'll
would
lockpick that shit.
That's fine.
I appreciate it, Bromopart. That's really
Yeah, so
sweet
we
of you.
can follow.
This is the first time I've streamed in like 2 or 3 weeks.
He comes over, he looks at the building, he goes, well, I'm not a carpenter. If I had to guess, like, a lot of gold. Just so we're clear, it would be a lot of gold. I don't know, maybe 1,500, if I had to guess. And that's before they put any of their fees on it. I don't know. I'm not someone who works with wood. I don't know that stuff. I'm a metal worker. I'm a metalsmith. But probably like 1,500 gold.
I'm redoing all of my stream stuff. This is my new starting stream for like adventure stuff and D&D.
For 12.
Look at how cute it looks. Look at how cute it looks.
Oh damn. That's like all their.
I'm not fully finished,
shit.
but it's very cute. I spent a little money
besides the monthly upkeep
on my
stuff,
overlays.
I'm
gonna have like 3 or
cleaning and
4 different
supplies
types
and
of
all
things.
that.
Like one's retro spooky, and then like a general spooky one.
Give it its history, I guess.
Yeah, right. I loved it. I saw it and I was like, oh.
What is its history exactly? I don't think I've been told what this history here is.
He kind of like looks at you bewildered. He's like, you don't know about the Troll Skull Manor?
Well, I know that there's a skull up in the top.
Oh, is there?
It looks bad. Rot, you don't want it.
You see, I'm not from around here. I just got here recently, and like I said, we kind of stumbled upon this place, and
I guess that's fair. If you're fresh to the area, and you honestly, if you weren't here during what happened, I can imagine it would be weird.
What happened?
Whoa! What happened?
What happened?
You don't gloss over that.
What happened?
So it used to be a tavern, right?
Well, we gathered that.
Well, though the previous owner, well, not previous owner, he was a while back. It was this half elf. I think his name was Liff. He got real sick. Ended up his life's work was this tavern, this place as a whole, but it destroyed his health. So he couldn't take care of himself, and he ended up passing. And then the place kind of bounced around for a while between a lot of different hands before eventually it landed in this. What was their name? I can't remember. Anyway, name's not important. This tavern got sold to some dwarves. The dwarves sold it to this lady who ended up turning it into an orphanage, right? Turns out the girl running the orphanage was a hag who was cooking and eating the children.
Oh, that sounds so terrible.
Really?
Sure it does, Rod.
I'm a little uncomfortable standing near you. He points to Rot. I think I'll stamp over here. He steps between. He has Dalgon standing between him and Rot currently. Anyway, after that was found out, obviously the hag was charged for her crimes and probably just killed, I'll be honest. Don't care. She got what she got. That's what she deserved. After all that, the place just, nobody really, they cleaned it. It bounced between a couple more hands before eventually it just got left to ruin. I thought I heard it was going to auction recently, but too much work. Actually, now that I think about it, it was right around the time of the auction that, and he kind of points down to Fern's Brews, and he's like, that place opened up.
What's up with that guy exactly? Like, why didn't he want to use the guild?
Oh, Emic?
Yeah.
He just kind of like he like spits on the ground, like throws his hand towards him like he's throwing something at the building. And he's like, he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks he knows what he's doing, and he's been an ass to all of us.
Well, I mean, the question is there a reason behind that? I mean, you know, previous experience, maybe he got screwed over. You know, I'm just trying to figure out why. Well, I mean, I can understand they want this building to be revitalized because after what happened for sure, terrible.
The only
I'm a
thing I
little bit
really
mad at
know...
Volo right now because I'm about to go wring his neck for not telling us this history of this building.
like, stop. Wait, Volo? As in the Volo, as Volothomp Gadarm?
That
Yes.
annoying fuck? Yep.
Everybody knows he's annoying. But... he gave you this place?
Well, he's a
It
liar.
wasn't the fact that he gave us this place. He somehow didn't have enough gold to pay us the amount that he was owed to us for helping him on a, job to find someone for him.
He just kind of waves his hand like dismissively. That's Volo for you. Sometimes he has more money than he knows what to do with. Sometimes he's flat broke. That man doesn't know how to keep any coins in his pocket. Good author, though. Very well, like very astute author, though.
Yeah, well, he's going to be our special guest when we open this up, and he owes me 12 visits here because of the whole situation. So he's going to be here, probably on a monthly basis to entertain the crowd.
Damn.
Because he's an idiot and made promises to a bunch of people that he shouldn't have made promises to.
I hope you don't mind. Whenever he comes through, I'd love to meet Volo. I've been reading. He writes all those books about monsters and stuff, and it's always interesting to see what he encounters. We all know
He
he's
encounters?
we all know that he probably just buys the information off of people. Probably why he's broke all the time. But it saved plenty of adventurers' lives.
Would any of us have read any of Volo's books?
You actually, one of you has a book on you. Valnur, I believe, has the book that Volo gave you guys as part of his payment with the house.
Right, I forgot about that.
Yep, he gave you
Yeah.
Volo's guide. I believe it's Volo's Guide to Monsters, is what it was called.
Yeah, I don't think I actually put that in my pocket.
So what, did you just forget to put it in your inventory, or did you leave it at the bar, at the Yawning Portal?
I would have just forgot to put it in my pocket. Like, just add it to my inventory through loot. That's
Okay.
what it would have been.
I just wanted to make sure whether or not
I wasn't like fucking shit faced and just left it at the bar. It would have been just like, I forgot I added as loot.
Gotcha.
What's it called?
Volo's Guide to Monsters.
I can't believe we've had that book this entire time and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Got
I got his monster book.
He like he looks at you, he's like, really? Oh, that's great. That is a resource. Like I said, we all know Volo. He doesn't know what he's talking about half the time. But the people he interviewed and paid to get the information for those books will save lives. That's kind of why we tolerate Volo. He collects that stuff, he publishes it, makes it available to everybody. They ain't too expensive to get either.
I guess that makes sense.
I can respect that. I'm still a little upset that he didn't mention any of this about this building that he was giving us.
Oh, no doubt, yeah. If he If he owned this place and didn't tell you, that's on him. I guarantee he knew. He's just... You've met him. You know how aloof he can be.
He's an idiot.
You think
I
he
wouldn't
didn't tell
say
us on
idiot.
purpose?
I doubt that, I'll be honest. He's one of the brightest minds in the city. He doesn't know how to work with that knowledge. He's been known to be book smart, not street smart, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, but yeah, that's did you guys have other questions? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to figure out, what do you think the reason why it's so low for? Because I mean, ultimately you guys have to get paid too.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well,
are they just being really cheap on their end, where they're giving us a break because of the history of this building, or what do you think?
it probably has to do with the fact that this building has a bad reputation, if I had to guess. You know, it's... He kind of like scrunches his face as he tries to think. I'm not really the smart one out of the two of us. Avi's got the brains. But it's probably the history. It's probably because they know that, like, they don't have to go very far. A lot of places up here in the North Ward have access to the resources they would need. So maybe it's cheaper because of that. And also the trades board's just below us. You know, it's just a little farther south. They're not traveling too terribly far. I couldn't tell you for certain, but if I had to guess, those are the reasons. It's probably just pretty cheap to get everything they need to get here. And they're already going to use people in the area who don't have to travel far, so... Seems like a good plan to me.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate your opinion, and I'll let you know when Polo's gonna stop by so you can come see him.
I would really appreciate it. I know Avi would too.
Of course. Anybody else have any questions for him besides that?
Thank you very much. Also, what is your favorite color?
Orange, of course. I mean,
Oh,
look
God.
at me.
Oh God.
That's
Run
good
away
enough.
now.
It's good enough. It's red adjacent.
No, I see that you also are in the same...
I partake
the
in the
color
finer
wheel as
things
me.
in life, like the color red. Yes, I do. I do.
I can respect that. I can. Red is a very good color. It's like a raging inferno, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Powerful color.
Exactly.
Rot is very pleased with himself. For once. For once.
I'm happy for you, Rot. I'm glad you got to bond with the fire genasi over the color red.
I'm
Now what,
stoked.
guys?
Well, Embrick is going to make his way back to his shop. And it is also about 8:30, which means I do need to begin wrapping this up with y'all. So unless you have anything pressing that you want to get done before next session.
Honestly, there's kind of really not much else to do unless we go talk to the woodworker. Do you want
Which I
to?
don't think is pressing though.
Well, I think this guy probably gave us more information than the woodworker. We just got a quote from him.
He was not the one I expected to give you exposition, but congrats, you got exposition.
I mean, we kind of really wrapped it up, didn't we? And now we know maybe why it's a little cheaper, because maybe people were nervous about the building in general, and it has a bad history.
It does have a bit of a bad history. There's no doubt of that.
Yep, superstition will drive prices down sometimes.
Yeah. Is that correct for us to assume?
I think it's a fair assumption to make.
Okay.
But I'm not going to tell you if it's correct or not, because that's not my place to say.
Well,
It's
actually,
your interpretation of events.
we could still go talk to the private eye and figure out the actual, because he would actually probably have more knowledge of the history of the building, right? Especially if he was around while children were being eaten at an orphanage. What? Who's giggling?
That may have been me giggling.
Okay.
It's a very funny thing to say.
Right? But I mean, like, he would, if he's a private eye, he would have probably investigated that. Or at least
certainly.
it's safe to say that if he was around, he would have. Do we want to talk to the private eye?
I mean, I would like to eventually.
Do we want to wait
do that
until next time?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say.
can throw that in reminders if you want.
Yes, please.
Speak to Private Eye about why the deal is so good. Is that fair?
Yes.
Also, if you look in the tab or the category that's for the party, you'll see that I added a new channel called Costs. It's towards the bottom.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
It's the second to last.
Yep.
There, I went ahead and put in what you're looking at. Oh, I also don't know how to spell the word day because I spelled it as month or 10 day. There you go.
Nice.
That's what you're looking at for the total cost. I didn't put operating costs because again, it's all the operating cost is factored into everything else that I will be doing behind the scenes.
Gotta keep track of everything so fucking Valnur doesn't drink it all.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't
Okay.
steal the drink. He does it with his own money.